Whoops.
No problem. Change the XYZ to an ABC. With a cursor space, make a word erase.
Let me try it.
See your work improve? Make a sentence move. Cut it down to size you can edit or revise.
Word processing really helps.
Let the printer run when your work's all done and it turns out neat.
What a treat! My work's complete.
See you soon.
Everyone watching can expect to be in a car accident. A safety belt more than doubles your chances of surviving. Please wear it.
one day you'll figure this out. And when you do, you will change the world.
This is an explicit podcast containing filthy language, inappropriate comments, and even some bad jokes. If you are easily offended or have a stick up your ass, this is probably not for you. Guidance is suggested for sensitive types, and occasionally some lights may flash, so if you're prone to seizures and all that, you might want to skip this. And of course, we don't speak for anyone or any entity. We only speak for ourselves. And sometimes Fred. What follows is our opinion based on individual experiences in the industry. So just take that and know I do what I want.
Welcome to the show, formerly known as Out for Delivery. I'm in for delivery, Jason. Well, everything is a little I'm working on it, man. I just pointed out, you saw me moving knobs and what you're the same thing. Yeah, get it loudly. Get it. What's up with it? Oh, that button isn't working. That's why I wasn't getting quieter.
Where it's supposed to be.
What?
Huh?
What?
Yep.
What was that? Anyway, I'm in for delivery, Jason. Joined this week by Milkman Bruce.
Hello. But did I get demoted?
You're first and foremost a milkman, even though you have other duties. Joined also by Jazz,
I'm here.
who works and stuff.
Yeah.
Doesn't even get a title.
Special guest Russ is here.
Hola.
Russ,
Hi.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too. I'm afraid to touch this stuff.
Out here cutting up trees, doing manly shit, all the way from whiskey country.
I'm afraid to.
Talking to that goddamn
I
mic,
was
Amy.
talking into the goddamn mic. And
I heard her.
myself. I can't hear myself.
That's the wrong mic, that's what. There we go.
I still can't really hear myself,
Oh,
but if you all can hear me, that's
there we
great.
go.
There we go.
The music is too loud.
Anyway, she's here.
Yep.
Yay.
And we're all here together. And we thank you for joining us, being here with us in these unprecedented times.
Why is it starting to sound like a Sunday TV church?
I don't know, man. They make a lot of money. We don't make any money. They got a Benz, I got a Busket.
I mean, that's true.
A busket.
But we don't peddle what they peddle.
What's that? Bullshit? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we do. Just a different version
It's a
of
different
bullshit.
type.
It's a different label.
That's fair.
Anyway,
A busket is a bucket with holes in it. It's a
I
bad
have
bucket.
no idea.
Yeah, it's.
Sounds like something he made up.
I think he did actually, but it was a long time ago.
It's from a movie.
yeah. It's from a great movie, actually.
That is.
What was it?
A movie called Suicide Kings.
That was a good movie. I didn't remember the busket part.
A homeless man says it to Dennis Leary while wearing alligator shoes, which are so much more important than like ostrich shoes, because like a dumb ostrich is just out there in a pen. Get alligator skin, you got to get in a boat, you got to go out, the alligator could bite your hand off, and ostrich just stands there and looks dumb. Those shoes shouldn't be expensive at all.
Ostriches
He was very
are
proud of
mean,
those
aren't
shoes.
they?
They are me.
Very.
Yeah, but they're pinned up, man. You can just snipe them from the house.
It's a bird. It's like
An alligator, you got to get a boat. You got to get a gun.
it's like a
You
dinosaur.
got to find the
You
alligator.
could snipe him from the house too if you live next to like a river.
I don't know, man. Alligators are masters of disguises. Ain't you ever seen no nature videos? All of a sudden, just there's an alligator.
I saw a nature
ah,
video
I
where
think
the fox
alligators
took
are
the
like
alligator-
always. You see their nose in the water or something. They don't really.
It looks just like a log,
camouflage.
dude.
They look like a dinosaur that has not changed in 10,000 years.
Well, it's because that's essentially what it is.
No.
So who would win, an alligator or an ostrich?
An alligator.
If
Of
the alligator,
course.
like,
The
are
fuck?
they fighting each other, or
Yeah.
is the ostrich trying to run
Okay.
away? Because an alligator couldn't catch
I mean,
an
the
ostrich.
ostrich could probably run faster.
So what's
yeah.
the difference
sure.
between an ostrich and an emu?
Emu's smaller.
Are they related?
I don't
I
know.
mean, didn't Australia have like the emu war or
I
something?
mean, they did have an emu
They're
war.
kind of badass.
And on
Aren't
that
they
topic,
like
what about
ostriches?
llamas and alpacas? Are they related?
I think they're like cousins.
Okay. They
I-
look a lot
I
alike.
think
But
they're-
What
alpacas
about
are-
geese and ducks?
I think both of those would be at the same barbecue at the family reunion.
I think
maybe
geese and
one by
swans
marriage.
Are probably closer.
What?
Geese and swans, they're bigger.
I thought swans were geese.
No.
No, I don't think so. I think they're their own
No.
thing.
I don't know much about birds.
Now, are we talking Canadian geese or American geese?
They're all assholes.
Hey, Amy,
They-
why
they
don't you
have
open that
teeth.
door?
That's my
for
favorite
us?
thing about
It's
Russ.
already
Is his
getting
mutual
warm.
hatred of geese.
Yeah,
Who-
geese.
who
geese
likes
are-
geese?
He hates ducks more though.
But who likes geese? Like, I would like to meet the motherfucker. It's like, you know what? I'm a geese fan.
The
I
people who
enjoy
like to
geese.
kill them for food.
The
Yeah, but
asshole
I would
who
say-
imported 500 of them to the lakes around the business park near my route.
That was somebody that just liked the ideal of
wait,
geese.
Yes.
They actually imported them?
Yeah.
Dude, those bitches
There's
fly in
Canadian
on
geese
their
that
own.
live there all year round now.
Alejandro said that geese are in a class of their own.
Jamie, welcome to the show.
I mean, have you ever seen
Wait,
another
his name's Jamie?
bird thing?
Yeah.
I didn't
that
know
has
that.
He's a
Why did I know
long-time
that?
fan. He still listens to the other show too,
Oh,
which I only
After
knew
Watch?
very recently that it was him.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
he's been on the show a couple of times and he's in
Oh,
chat
really?
and stuff, but I only know him on that show as Jamie.
Oh, so, I fucked up
they've
your
actually
head.
been the same person the whole time.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
confusing.
It's hard sometimes with online identities.
Jamie
got
is
different
much
accounts
easier
and
to
stuff
say than I can never
than
pronounce
whatever that is, yeah.
so.
I have to say Calejandros because that's how we say it on Half Hour with Half Sack.
Yeah, it doesn't. That sounds pretty good.
Anyway,
Hmm.
work was a motherfucker this week.
It sucked.
When are these motherfuckers gonna run out of money?
I had a lot of everything. I want to know when these motherfuckers are going to start delivering their own shit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you about this. Me and Amazon had some fucking issues this fucking week.
Like with the packages you were receiving, or you and a
Yeah.
person who represents the company.
Both?
Okay.
Uh,
On the route or at the house?
both.
Oh, wow. All kinds of stories. All right.
Lots of Amazon. Lots of it.
So Amazon's apparently sick of delivering their own shit, and they gave us all their shit.
Everything.
But they still send a truck to my neighborhood
With a couple things.
with
Like,
the small shit.
I deliver more of their stuff than the truck in my neighborhood that is their stuff.
But they're only taking the small shit. So instead of taking their small shit to the door, they've been putting it in my mailbox.
No.
Which is
Nope.
what's known as illegal.
Yeah.
Can you just take it out and throw it on the ground?
No.
Oh.
But you can.
So it was like that Monday. It was like that Tuesday. Wednesday, I'd had enough. Pulled them all out.
If you have an Amazon package that you're delivering, do you have to take it to the
Oh,
door?
see, that
or can
was-
you put it in the mailbox?
If it's got our postage on it, it's our stuff.
I didn't know. Don't look at me like that. It was a legitimate question.
So Amy, the whole reason
He's
it's
talking
illegal
about
is
the
because
stuff
they
that
haven't paid postage.
doesn't
on it to
have-
the
right.
US.
Yeah.
It's just
okay.
them
Yeah.
with whatever it is, and they stick
And I
it.
mean, I get that, but I mean,
No,
the
those
cu-
people get paid to
the
deliver it to the
consumer-
door.
you know, the person at the house doesn't know who's delivering.
Oh, they gonna find out.
Yeah. They
'Cause
found out
that's
that
theft of postage, as far as I'm concerned.
they found out the next day after
Especially if I
Wednesday.
can't fit their stuff in the box, because what they put in there takes up the whole
Yeah.
box.
So Wednesday, I pulled everything they put in there out. It was 9 packages. Took them back, had them put postage due on them, and then I knocked on those 9 doors the next day saying, hey, Amazon screwed you, and they put this in the mailbox, and I've been letting it go for a week now. But I have to make a stand somewhere, and it was today. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You owe me $9 for this package.
Hmm.
Or I can send it back to Amazon. That's what I suggest you do, and then call Amazon and yell at Amazon. and like half paid it and half sent it back to Amazon to call Amazon and yell at Amazon to get it replaced.
Nice.
And I'm like, they know who delivered it. Because you can tell them what package it was. They know which one of their drivers is putting it in the mailboxes, and I'm pulling them out every time I see them from
Plus,
now on.
like, the driver has to take a picture of everything
don't.
they deliver.
No, they don't.
Really?
Because that night after I collected all this postage due on my route, what I found out was they came home. I came home, and I was expecting a package from Amazon.
Okay.
And it said delivered to customer. Handed to customer or whatever.
So you got the
When it says-
notification
yeah.
saying it was delivered or
Handed
whatever?
directly to resident or whatever it says.
Oh, okay. So
And
not
I'm
left
like,
somewhere.
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, anybody get handed an Amazon package? Nope. Guess where they put it?
On a car.
On the hood of a car. Fifth time. It's the fifth time they put a package on the hood of a car.
Amazon is so big, they don't give a shit about how your stuff is delivered.
So
they don't care about you.
I call them, and they're like, well, we're going to put special instructions in here.
For the
to make
record,
sure.
listeners, every time Jason has alerted them in some way, like this is not the first time you've called him about this issue.
No, I've called them twice about it before. This is the third time, but they've done it a total of 5 times.
They've only once taken a picture of it on the car.
Yeah, they did that one time. That's how dumb they were. One
Yeah.
time they were like, fuck, this is where this goes.
The other times they haven't taken pictures, probably because they don't want.
Well,
it to
because
be
there's
seen.
special instructions that say do
So-
not place on hood of car.
Maybe
Well, they're
you need
reading
to
it as
call
hood of
in.
car.
Right, maybe they're poor
Technically,
readers and
that's
they
on
just
the windshield.
Okay. All right. Russ,
How about let's
got
not
him.
put packages
You should deliver
on the
packages for
car.
Amazon.
I did not put it on a part of the car that wasn't the hood.
You have to be you have to take a year of law school before you can.
So
Maybe you need to tell them to take the word hood off and just put the word car. Do not place on car.
So they said, well, we're going to fill out a report, and we're going to put a special instruction here to make sure that they don't do this again. I said, isn't that special instruction already in there? And then
Twice?
she looks, and she says, yes, it is. And I was like, so why do you think putting it in there a second time? is
because there's nothing
gonna-
else I can do, sir.
Literally was on the phone with her for 20 minutes. And I'm like, look, we got to solve this. I'm going to take up as much as your time until this is solved, and I'm assured that this isn't going to happen again. So then they filled out another form where Amazon Logistics will not be delivering my Amazon packages no more. I'm like, good.
Awesome.
Good. Do that. Fill it out twice.
There's a thing on there that you can check that says that you would prefer Amazon deliver it or you would prefer USPS deliver it.
Yeah,
But
at this point, like I feel
I
like
don't think
booby
it
trap
counts
stuff.
for that much because even if you pick one, they'll still send it through the other one sometimes.
Well, when I get another one through Amazon Logistics, I'm gonna call them back and have a conversation. Like, hey, you guys just keep putting shit on the hood of my car, turn around in my yard, kicking my
You
cat.
need to piss your mailman off.
Kicked
though.
our cat?
I
It's
don't
an
know.
expression.
I assume like they would.
I mean,
If they were around here, odds are good they kicked a cat.
they should not kick our cat.
I don't think you would fare well kicking our cat. I feel like our cat would dodge it and go up one side of you and down the other. It's used to fighting like fucking deer and
I was
Fucking
rubbing Clyde's
raccoons.
tummy
Horses.
the other day, and he reached out with his claws, drug it to his mouth, or grabbed my hand, drug it to his mouth, and bit me.
too
While I
lazy
was
to move
petting
his
him.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
That's
I'm not
what
gonna
he
come over
did.
there and bite you. I'm gonna bring you over here and bite you.
exactly. That's how a Clyde do.
yeah. Well, they used to use private cars here. Calandros was saying that they use private cars up there,
Mhm.
and they just like ride up to his house in private cars. They used to do that here, and then I think people
Yeah.
started shooting at them whenever they were showing up at
Talk-
11.
What about Amazon?
Yeah, it was when they used to use private cars, and they would have like
Yeah.
10 kids with them in like the mini
they still
fucking
do that
van.
sometimes. I'll still see that every now and then.
They're the worst,
But
dude.
it's usually the market.
They're the worst. I
There
thought,
was Amazon delivering a white van the other day. Just
yeah, it's a subcontractor.
So they're delivering packages and picking up kids, huh?
I got a
Oh.
feeling those were their
child
kids.
trafficking.
I don't
There you
think it
go.
was child trafficking. I think
They
it was
see one out in the yard, they just grab it and put it in the back.
First,
I
you
think
only punch
Wayfair's
cats.
already got the market cornered on that. I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
That's what Calejandro said. You only punch cats.
I mean, I do punch cats. I would punch a cat. I'm not saying I wouldn't.
I don't think you're deft enough to punch a cat. I don't believe you got the ninja
Cats are
skills to-
too. They think too highly of themselves. Like they don't pay attention to somebody until the danger is happening.
Yeah, but they react so fast.
What do you? I mean, if I'm being attacked by a cat, I'm gonna punch a cat.
cats actually attack people? I mean, like house cats.
Yes, yeah. In my route, there's a cat that has a cat warning card
Does it
that
really?
has caused two
Oh,
different
God.
carriers to have to get stitches and has attacked like 5 or 6
my
other
God.
ones. Yeah.
Huh.
It's a house cat?
No, it's a feral cat.
Oh.
He lives in between 2 houses. And when the mailman walks through there, he is very offended. The mailman has stepped foot on his, hunting grounds. And
There's one of my
He's like your prey now.
Alejandros did say yes, they attack with an exclamation point.
it's
I've
a
seen them attack
literal
each other.
like
but-
cat warning card. Like somebody just took a sticker of like Garfield and put it over where the dog barking on the card is. And everybody thinks it's funny until like somebody
they
else
see
has to
a
put a
cat.
stitch. It's
Oh,
like
God.
one of my apartment buildings where you put the stuff like on a box right next to the door. There's a family that lives there, and they keep a cat like on a leash that's attached somewhere inside the house. So the leash comes out the front door. Front door's closed, and this
Yeah.
is like probably half the days I'm out there. So that cat, I guess this cat lives mostly outside,
on a
but
leash.
it's on a pretty short leash. It's like 8 feet maybe. And the box is right next to the door, so anytime the leash goes in the direction of the box and the cat's there, like I can't get to the box because I don't want to trap the cat because the cat won't have anywhere to go. Like it'll be at the end of the leash and I'll be right there next to it.
Okay.
So I have to like walk around the cat and make it go the other way, and then I can reach the thing.
Who puts a cat on a leash?
It's
so fucking-
honestly, it's not a leash. It's like a cloth rope.
How do they keep the
It's an
cat
Indian
swimming?
family,
Oh, okay.
so
So
I don't know.
Is it the same cat every time? or
Cherished
are they
pet, yeah. It's a
switching
white cat. I
cats
mean,
out?
maybe.
so
Free range cat.
there's a house on my route that has like this little small like porch area, and there's a dog house on the little porch area. It's like a medium dog house,
Okay,
and there's a cat that lives in there. That's like his home.
it's on the porch, or
It's on the
next
porch.
to
It's on the front porch.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like an outdoor cat, but that's like his home, or her home. I'm not sure. I haven't sexed the cat.
The house down the road has a nice cat house on their porch. And
Yeah, but this is like a dog house. It's just got like cat accoutrements inside of it, and a cat.
And a cat.
But they get a lot of parcels, and sometimes and the only place to really put the parcels is like right in front of the cat house door. And sometimes when I set them down there, like especially if it's like a bunch of bags, I just see the cat claw come out and like grab a bag and then drag it in the house, and I'm like, well, maybe that was for him. I don't.
There's one delivered.
Yep, that was his delivery, sir. He needs his catnip. Do
I
not.
mean,
How do you
Take that
scan
back.
that one?
I scan it before I get there. I'm a bad boy. I don't scan at the door. I scan as I'm walking up. If they fire me for that,
Well, so that one's wrong then. It's misdelivered. It shouldn't be. I guess you scan it front door. That one's not at the front door.
well, I'm scanning it in the front yard, within like 10 feet.
No, yeah, but I mean, what the location on the scanner? What do
Might
you
as well
what do you
just
hit?
throw it on the hood
You
of
hit
your
I put
car.
front door.
See,
Well, that's where I left it.
one's inside.
So what you're
The
saying what
cat
I should
house.
start doing is another location.
Scan that specific
No,
one 6.
I put it in front of the front door. The cat removed it from the front door. It's the same as if somebody in the
It
house had opened
retrieved
it and
its
pulled it in.
delivery.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
It left
They
the
call the
other one.
post office.
Do you-
They
was it-
like check with
do
the
you,
cat.
do you check the next day to see if it's still in there? And because the person's like, where the fuck? I'm missing one. I got 3 of them, but I'm missing
it
one.
was a wish delivery, so there's no way that
so
they
it
would
was a
even
very
know.
small
Yeah.
envelope, right? About this big.
No, it was one of the
Oh.
bigger wish deliveries. I think
Oh,
they order
okay.
clothes from
I've,
Wish.
I've
Oh.
never seen a wish delivery.
I
that
have
big.
three people on my route are ordering shoes and clothing from Wish, and then
What?
and then when I see them like out, like I'm like, oh yeah,
They're made of paper.
like
Well, I got a.
every all
got
of this
an
designer
office-
clothes you're wearing is clearly counterfeit because
I have
I don't
an-
think Gucci has 3 C's in it.
I have an office T-shirt that's a 2X because of Wish, and it's
I
like a
I
medium.
think it's like a 4X.
Oh,
Amy.
maybe it was a 4X. It was really big, but
Yeah.
it's my size.
Yeah, well, Wish.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
They have good stickers.
They have good stickers for a year. They fade immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
well,
The first time a Wish sticker sees the sun, it's just a white piece of paper.
But it's like $2 for like 100
it's like
stickers.
it scares the color off of it. It's just gone.
It's like the opposite of invisible ink.
It's like that G.I. Joe. Y'all remember? No, nobody but maybe
No.
Russ remembers the G.I. Joe. You had twin G.I. Joes, and one you had to take them into the sun, and one of them had a scar that would show up in the sun, so you could tell them
Yeah,
apart.
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, of
It
course
You don't remember that?
must have been a little before my
Too
time.
young. I don't remember their names, but they were Cobra agents. You had to take them out in the sun to see which one was which.
So they were both bad guys?
Oh, yeah, they were both bad
Why
guys.
does it matter which one's which?
Well, dude,
Well,
twins
one
are
had a
individuals.
scar.
They have their own lives.
It would have been a better plot if.
Yeah, but usually in
one was a
comics,
good guy,
right?
one was
Like
a
the
bad
twins,
guy.
the one with the scar is the bad guy, the one without the scar is the good guy.
I think one was a little worse than the other, but they were both Cobra. Which, to be honest with you, like Cobra was never really that evil.
Tomax and Zaymot.
That's what it was, and it was fucked up names.
They don't even rhyme.
They had like real high collars too.
No, Zaymot is Tomax spelled backwards.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Wow.
G.I. Joe getting deep. Anyway,
They couldn't have made it like Tom and Mott or something. Like, why does it have to be a fucked up name front and back?
you had to buy them both separately.
Because bad guys need
It's bullshit.
weird
Yeah.
names.
Wait, how did it? So I guess the box
The
said
box told you which
it
one you
wasn't
were
like
getting.
mystery
Yeah.
villain.
No, the box told you which one you were getting, and then when you got home, and if you already had the other one, they looked identical. So you had to go out in the sun to see which one was which. The only downfall of this is the scar was actually raised, so you could totally see it.
Sun not really needed, just, encouraged.
It was kind of like the Transformers for a while. The Transformers, they had heat stickers.
Yep.
You had to put your finger on it and
To
hold
tell
it there
if they
for a
were
minute and see
Decepticon.
if it was a Decepticon or
Autobot.
Autobot.
Did they have any like water changing ones? I remember when Calvin was little, he played with
I
like
don't think-
cars.
I don't think
like
water
Disney's
changing,
cars
color
and-
changing technology existed then.
No, they
get 'em
did have some
wet
Hot
and-
Wheels that had that
Okay.
water changing.
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, there was a racetrack where it would run it through a little water pool, and then it would change the color on the Hot
Yeah,
Wheels.
I kind of remember that now.
Yeah, y'all are gonna have to talk Ninja Turtles if you want me to know anything about
Ninja
the
Turtles
toys.
is like-
those were the only toys I ever had as a
Like,
kid.
when Ninja Turtles got popular, that's like when I got out of toys.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
that's like where I,
I could-
got
I
off the
could see
toy
that.
train.
Barbies and Star Wars.
I started like Ninja Turtles was still popular when I got out of toys.
Here's what blew my mind in the 80s as a child more than anything else. Like, it's when I decided life wasn't real. Was G.I. Joe was running a promotion to where you got this special figure, Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you had to like send in so many UPCs and like $3 to get the Sergeant Slaughter figure. Well, I get the Sergeant Slaughter figure, and like the next week, there's a real life Sergeant Slaughter on fucking wrestling.
Yep.
Who had never been there before.
Okay.
And I have a G.I. Joe, and now he's on the cartoon, and I'm like, cartoons have came to life.
Because I was
This
totally
world
getting
is
ready
not
to interrupt
real.
you with that guy's a wrestler. Like, did you not know that?
No, he did.
So he
Right or
was. So
wrong?
he wasn't
You're correct,
before.
Jason.
That's cool. So they introduced him.
Like, I'm sure he was,
because
like-
of GI Joe. Then.
Well, I'm sure he was a wrestler in like a lesser league, and they knew he was going to the WWF,
no,
so
because
they
he was a
pushed him.
character on GI Joe.
Yeah, he was a character on G.I. Joe. But what I'm trying
They
to tell
wouldn't
you,
have based that character off a wrestler in a lesser
I
league.
think they knew he
I
was
think they
going
made
up.
The wrestler
I
because
think he was going up to. Oh,
I think
you don't
maybe
think?
it was marketing.
I don't know exactly how this went
I
down.
think WWF was like, we need a new wrestler who's a good guy who like all
So
the
they
kids will
stole
be
from
into.
G.I. Joe?
Sergeant Slaughter looks like a fucking wrestler. Let's pick him.
I don't know, man. Like it blew my
Or
fucking
maybe
mind.
it was like
though.
a joint thing where they worked
Maybe
together.
it was. All I know is
They were
like
like, we want to make a GI Joe guy a wrestler.
it made me think the world wasn't real. I was like, nothing's real.
I mean, so was Sergeant Slaughter on GI Joe? Was he a wrestler on GI Joe?
No, he was a drill sergeant.
No, he was
Oh.
just Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, his character in real life had nothing to do with his GI Joe persona, but they looked exactly the same. Like they're definitely the same person.
I don't know which came first. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think the universe makes any sense.
So it looks like he was part of from the 70s, early 80s. He was in National Wrestling Alliance, American Wrestling Association, and WWF. But he won the WWF Heavyweight Championship and headlined WrestleMania 7 in '91. But he was in G.I. Joe during the 80s. So he may have been a lesser wrestler.
That we
went
had
through
just
the-
never
That
seen.
doesn't solve the
Yeah.
problem at all, because the beginning of that said he was a wrestler in the 70s.
It's a real
Yeah.
chicken or
Just not
Sergeant Slaughter
WWF.
situation.
Just not WWF.
Right.
Calandros does say
Well, they weren't
his
around then.
mind is now boggled.
Dude, it fucked me up as a child. Like, I just thought it was a new G.I. Joe character. And then, like, I'm sitting here and I'm playing G.I. Joes and wrestling comes on. Because it was the 80s and every kid in the 80s watched wrestling. Like, it was can't miss
no,
television.
I
Like, you
just
had
kind
to.
of assumed that at some point in the 80s, the WWF went to GI Joe and said, let's make a dude.
That would make
together.
sense, but I'm telling you, I had the figure like the first time I saw him on wrestling, and it's not like he'd been on there a bunch because I would have seen him because I watch wrestling every week.
That's fucking crazy. Like that would have blown my mind as a kid.
Right?
I can't imagine.
So looks like he was WWF from 80 to 81, went back to the National
Holy shit, I
Wrestling
didn't know they
Alliance
were around that
from
long.
81 to 83. He first returned to the WWF in 83 to 84.
So
went back to-
1980 was his first appearance.
Right, but so he
But
was
80, nobody was watching wrestling.
well
The kids weren't.
72 to 1980. He was NWA and AWA.
I just meant we need to find his first appearance in G.I. Joe.
I'm thinking like 85.
So let's see.
I feel like it was during the Double Dare year.
Looks like might have been 84.
Okay.
Close.
So he had already been in WWF for a couple years then.
But he wasn't like on the TV show. Like you had Hacksaw Jim Duncan. That light just went off.
That was
You had Hacksaw Jim Duncan. You had Andre the Giant. You had The Ultimate Warrior. You had Hulk Hogan, of course. Macho Man Randy Savage. I think George the Animal had just retired.
John Cena.
John Cena wasn't around yet.
John Cena probably was like a baby.
Dude, it fucked up my whole universe as a child. I was like,
naming a wrestler, right? The Rock.
cartoons are real. Nothing makes sense.
They're coming to life to get you.
The fucking pet store at the mall was selling Mogwais. They had a sign up in the window saying selling Mogwais. I'm like, we're going to have fucking gremlins all over this motherfucker. None of this is okay.
But what were they?
Brown and white guinea pigs.
Huh.
I wasn't allowed to go
That's
into the pet
disappointing.
store. I wasn't allowed to go into the pet store.
was the best.
When I finally got to go into the pet store to see the Mogwai, I was like, these are motherfucking guinea pigs, you liars.
I would have been quite disappointed,
Yeah,
actually.
no,
I
I
wanted
would've
it to
too.
be.
Well, I was just thinking about like everybody I knew, if they had a Mogwai, they couldn't handle the responsibility.
No.
I was thinking about the kids in my 4th grade class. I was like, these motherfuckers are going to feed them after midnight because they'll think it's funny. They're fucking heathens.
I'm thinking about my siblings right now, what they would do. Just, we'll just try this out with one.
Well, it's okay.
Oh, you don't. Oh, your
we
mom.
didn't get Calvin
oh,
one because he would never feed it.
oh, your mom won't you let you have a Mogwai? Let me get an eyedropper. Drop.
But
Now you got 2.
but
No,
isn't
I'm
that-
just gonna
Well,
take
you
it in
can
the
sell
bath
to your
with me.
friends.
But isn't the Mogwai kind of the answer for world hunger?
If their meat's good.
I don't know. I'd try it.
I feel like they're pretty stringy.
I don't know. I'd still try it. I mean, they eat guinea pigs.
I think Mogwais might be better than actual gremlins. It feels like gremlins would be kind of greasy.
Yeah.
Oh, they would definitely be stringy.
Yeah.
Like
True.
a gremlin would be a stringy.
Yeah.
So you'd have to
kinda
eat the
meat.
Mogwai.
Be
but
more
yeah,
like,
they eat guinea pigs.
Be more like alligator meat. I think.
I mean, you have to have
like
a lot
that.
of them in order to make a stew, but
Yeah.
I'd still eat it.
I've seen like the guinea pigs on like a spit and things before, and they
Yeah.
just roast them and yeah. I mean, I love.
Couldn't
guinea
you just
pigs,
have a
but
boiling pot of water
Guess so.
Just
and
drop 'em
throw
in.
one in, and they would just endlessly reproduce
While
and
they're
then
boiling to death.
boil and make
I
the
mean,
You have to put the lid on though.
Dude, that's how Jesus fed all those people. He had a fucking Mogwai in a boiling pot of water.
we're gonna call it bread, y'all.
Here's my question:
Would
is
guinea
like,
pig
how does
taste like squirrel? Is
Oh,
Calejandro's
I feel like it would probably
question.
taste
Probably.
very close to squirrel.
it's a rodent. Oh yeah.
The only difference is the tail, I think. Actually,
I think we
You know,
need
guinea
to,
They're
pigs are
probably
pretty fat.
fatter.
we
They
need
have
to
the
They would
short
probably
legs.
taste
Kyle on
better.
here, the
The
foodie.
squirrels, I
and
feel
ask
like
him
are
these
very
questions.
lean.
my question is, how does a Mogwai go from an obvious mammal to a fucking reptile? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Water and
no.
food.
No, that would be feeding after midnight. And what midnight?
Not both.
Like, how does the Mogwai know
Yeah,
what
which
time
time
zone
zone?
it's in? Like, what if you're traveling? What if you're on an airplane? Is it the time where he left, or the time where he's going to arrive, or is it the actual time zone
it's
he's in?
His relation to the sun at that point.
Well, and technically, isn't any time after midnight? I mean, how far after midnight can you not feed them?
God damn, I never even thought of that.
That was what I never got as a kid. Is like how far? It's always after midnight.
I
Can
just
you
assumed
wake up
sun
in the
up.
morning.
I just assumed sun up was the
I
cutoff.
mean, maybe
Don't know.
between noon and midnight you can feed them.
Huh.
That way, you know, you're safe.
Because you know the sunlight killed them, the gremlins. So I was thinking like it's sun up, you could feed him again.
Where could you keep him such that he wouldn't accidentally eat something?
Well, you'd have to cage him up.
Mm.
He might eat a piece of bedding or something, and then you're
Well,
fucked.
does that count? Well, I guess
I think it's
so.
gotta,
I don't
I think it's
know.
gotta have protein.
Pippin
kinda
eats
rule is that?
everything.
Joe Dante was high on cocaine when he wrote the fucking movie. Back off, okay? You're putting way too much thought into the fucking Mogwai situation.
Says the guy who's been picking it apart for 20 fucking minutes.
You know.
We went too deep.
But what about the time from sundown to midnight?
I think that's the time they can't
That's
eat.
safe time.
I think it's when the moon has the effect on their body to cause the metabolism in order
Yeah, but
to
the
change
moon's
them
in a
into-
different place at midnight
Yeah, but it's the pull of the moon. It
every
causes.
day.
Look,
You're
I
saying
know.
that this is the start of werewolves?
No, the moon causes periods, and they cause waves
Vampires.
and vampires
And werewolves.
and werewolves. So certainly,
Vampires caused werewolves. Or maybe it was the other way around. No.
I think it was the vampires. Bigfoot,
And the
What are we even
aliens.
talking about?
Alien versus Predator.
Throw some ghosts in there just because.
It's all the moon's fault. So I have a
The witch
GoFundMe to
wishes.
explode the moon.
Can we just block it? Put up like a shield?
And if we can't get enough money to explode it, I'm just gonna write my initials on it with a giant laser.
Read a whole book
Okay.
series where the moon
But
lost.
nobody's going to fund that.
Like,
I say
got
we
closer
fund the
to
moon
Earth.
shield.
really
I don't know.
fucked
What are you
things
gonna
up.
do with the moon shield? It's just gonna cause more problems. It's gonna amplify the moon power.
No, it's not. You're going to block it.
How? Was it gonna be made out of Reynolds wrap? Is it gonna be super shiny?
No,
Like what's
it's going
gonna
to
go
be
on?
a giant circular disc that you're going to put between the Earth and the moon.
Maybe
It's
you
going
should
to block
put a
the moon.
bubble around
Made
the
of
Earth,
lead or something.
You know,
We can't build a bubble around the whole moon. It's huge.
well, the Earth, and then you can darken it or something. I don't know.
But you can block the moon with your thumb, so I'm sure the disc you build wouldn't have to be that big.
No,
That's
According to where you put it.
I would go about this size.
like 10 feet away. It'd be
Just
tiny.
Just a hat that has a very complicated system of gears
Okay,
and a
new
computer.
plan. Every person has their own personal moon shield.
There you go.
They wear it on their head.
Everyone's just floats around like an antenna depending on where the moon is.
It's just full of gyro. It weighs like
It's a
50
nickel.
pounds.
Actually, you just take a nickel and you put it on the end of a wire clothes hanger and wrap it around your head.
And it's just constantly adjusting according to where you're at to block the
Well, you-
moon.
You probably have to tilt somehow. I don't-
Oh, God. We really don't have any content for this show, do we?
Moon shields. Moon shields.
That sounds like a type of panty liner. Can we maybe
See, I'm just saying, I feel like people would invest in moon shields just because of the name. You know, they don't even need to know what it is. We'll put out some kind of like sexy commercial with a bunch of black and dark colors.
just do
and
women? They'll think it's a new
moon
Diva cup.
shields.
Just have women talk. You know that time of the month. You ever feel less than sunny?
Less than sunny.
Just do a remake of a fucking Summer's Eve commercial from the 80s. Where a mother and her daughter's talking about their vaginas. Like it's completely normal.
Dude, those are tame compared to some of the shit that's on TV these days.
Well, that's true, but it was way weirder as a kid because you didn't know, like, what the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah, so now they're just blatant talking about tampons and heavy flow days while you're trying to eat your fucking dinner.
Like, I'm okay with that. Like, that is less disturbing to me than a mother and daughter talking about stinky vaginas. Does your pussy ever stink?
So
You know, sometimes, yeah.
So whatever happened to that? Did vaginas just stop stinking, or
I
did
think we
women learn to
figured
wash
out.
them?
I think we figured out if you stop sticking fucking caustic chemicals up your fucking pussy, it won't stink as bad. I
Maybe
think what
just shower.
I think what caused the stink in the first place was what you were using to get rid of the stink. I think it was a self-perpetual fucking thing that we were too caveman to understand.
Well, they were making money. So.
Well, maybe we shouldn't fuck with the pH balance that like God put in place. Maybe it just kind of works. Turns out that's what
maybe.
happened. They figured out if we stop sticking vinegar in our vaginas like kind of don't stink as bad.
Was it, there's some cleaning product that was originally marketed as a douche. I think it was Lysol, maybe.
Oh
my
God!
God.
Something that should definitely not be
Oh,
used for
Lord.
that.
Oh, that is not okay. That is going to
I
cause.
think it was Lysol.
That's
gonna
going to
cause
cause some problems. It explains boomers. I feel like this was like a 1940 thing. It explains what happened to the boomers.
It was a while ago.
A lot
it
of
was like
Lysol
early
brain
1900s.
babies.
Capital OMG from Calejandros on that one. You got him, Bruce.
I need to find what. Maybe it wasn't Lysol.
Listerine.
Oh
That
god.
feels like a Listerine thing.
Maybe.
I don't think that's any
that
better.
does have the right level of burn.
You know how bad it burns your mouth, so you know
it
it's
was
working.
Lysol.
Oh my
shit.
God.
Okay. What was the year? What was it? It wasn't-
1889.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay, it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
No, and that's why that fact has always stuck with me.
Wow. That's wow.
Well, at least we
Because if
stepped
you
it
told
down.
people to guess the common everyday cleaner that people use that was originally made for that purpose, nobody would ever guess Lysol.
So you go from Lysol to Pine Sol to eventually it's just vinegar, and then they're like, you know what? Maybe we should stop sticking caustic chemicals in our vaginas. Maybe that's what. Let's just try it for a year. And then everybody's like, vaginas don't stink anymore, and you know, but we put an entire industry out of business, unfortunately.
Calahundra
Unfortunately,
said-
all the companies making those commercials went jobless.
Please say ladies have enough common sense not to do that. I feel like
They didn't in
when-
the 1890s.
well, when people were told to, inject themselves with bleach, I feel like the people who followed that wouldn't have common sense on this one either.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Look, I'm fine that President Trump said inject yourself with bleach because anybody that did that, I don't want them voting anymore anyway.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about that. I'm just
Like,
saying the
it's
people
just-
who did it probably wouldn't have the common sense
It's just
not to do
thinning the
this.
herd a little bit. That's okay.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
I mean, I did take a UV light and open my mouth and shine it down my throat for like 3 weeks after that. to
That's
see
not
if
going
it
to hurt
helped.
anything, though. So.
Well,
That you know of.
I had a sore
How
throat for
you
a few weeks.
burn the virus. You should
Sunlight.
have used Lysol.
I should have swallowed
They
some
make it
Lysol.
a nice spray, like a mouth spray.
Yeah,
like a
like
breath mint. Jay, that said Lysol.
Yep.
How are you not getting coronavirus? Oh, let me guess, you're wearing a mask.
Maximum
Okay.
breath freshness. Ain't nothing gonna get your breath fresher than Lysol.
Well, until like the soft tissue begins to rot.
That's true.
Yeah, that might have a.
Honestly, I
odor.
feel like Lysol would cover that up. I think you're good.
Point. Yeah, never mind. Hang
I
a
mean,
pine
kills
tree off a
bacteria.
mower.
If not, try Pine Sol.
Kills bacteria, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
keep spraying it over the
burns
rotting
it.
stuff, and
It's
eventually
acid.
it'll just keep killing it.
Anyway, people are dumb. And
Dilute it first.
Maybe
Eh.
swish it around in there.
I want
Also-
full strength.
Also, don't actually do it.
Full strength.
Full
Yeah,
strength.
Maybe we need a
Maximum
public
strength.
announcement here not to do this.
No, if they do it, they deserve what happens to them.
Okay.
It's we need to thin out the herd a little bit. We need to. Sometimes the world gets better with a few funerals. Is all I'm saying. That's it.
That's it.
All right.
That's
Maybe,
the statement.
Maybe that's what Trump was trying to do with the whole anti.
I don't think so.
COVID
Sometimes
thing.
I think
like he's actually a
No.
secret genius.
I think he
and
just came up with
he's
some of
just
that
trying to
shit
get a
on,
bunch of the
on
people
the
to kill
spot.
himself.
He's like, hey, that might work.
no. He's a lot like Michael Scott. Sometimes he starts a
inject
sentence.
bleach.
He starts a sentence and he's not real sure where it's going to end. he's just spitballing from time to time.
I feel like he would have injected himself with bleach if there wasn't people there to stop him.
I mean, he doesn't need to. He has the best people if he catches corona.
Well, he got baby cells. He got aborted
Yeah.
fetuses cells to kick
I
his
was
corona.
so hoping that he would have died.
Oh, come on, Amy. You weren't hoping he was going to die.
He came out looking 10 years younger.
I don't think you're allowed to say that on the radio.
Well, he's not the president anymore.
He was when you said it, though. It's a past crime. You ain't
I
allowed
did
to
say
think
it
that.
several times.
This isn't Croatia. We're not free. Anyway, so next week I'm selling the Tekken machine to Kara's son.
Okay.
So she's gonna be here. So I can't think of any reason why she couldn't sit down here for 20 minutes and do some drops.
She's gonna come up with some fucking reason to not come in here.
Yeah, probably. But I'm not
How
selling
are
the
we-
machine till she does that. That's
How
price.
are we
That's part of the
getting
price of
it
the machine.
Out of the basement. Do you remember how hard it was
Fuck
to get
drops.
in the basement?
She can come on one show if she's already gonna be here.
Oh, she's coming on Saturday to make sure she doesn't have to be on a show.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, she's gonna record some drops as part of the price of the machine.
So you just need the machine to be in here and tell her she's got to come in here to get it.
Plus, well, I'm not moving that machine by myself. That is not a thing that's happening.
Do you need me to bring a dolly home?
If you have a large appliance dolly, that would be fantastic.
I don't know. I have like a dolly. I mean, we have some big ones, but I don't think they'll fit in my car.
Okay, then no. Don't worry about it.
I can put the hand, like, you know.
Take a picture and send it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get her to record some drops. while she's here. Or I'm going to increase the price of the video game cabinet.
Yeah.
It's like a work trade.
Yeah. This is where the discount comes from.
You should have started the price at the high price and then been like, oh, if you do some of that, I'll knock off $150.
He should have just given her a piece of paper that says you have won this much off this Tekken machine for the price of you doing some drops here. She likes to win things.
Well, I want to get her to
Like
record an
something like
intro.
that.
Yeah. It's on a white background, so I can't really tell how tall it is.
Just take a picture of it when you get to work.
Okay,
Amy.
but is that 2 feet tall or is it 6 feet tall?
It's on a white. Is it for a dollhouse? Is it this big?
Yeah.
Do you still have that arcade table down?
Is
in
it
the
that
basement?
tall when you're
Yeah, I got
standing
the
up, or is
Mr.
it
Doom
that tall
machine
with
down
you sitting down?
Why is it that in the arcade?
Not room
Space?
for it. And the monitor's out of it. Like, it's not out.
Okay.
It has a green tint. I need to.
But if it
replace the
doesn't fold
monitor.
up, how would you fit it in your car?
And the monitors in
I don't
those
know, I
are
think
a
it would-
real motherfucker to replace.
I think it would fit.
Can you replace it
My
with
trunk,
LED
You know, I could
or
probably
LCD?
put it in the trunk later.
If you buy some extra equipment, you can. If you buy a couple
I would
converters.
think it'd probably be a hell of a lot cheaper than UCRT.
Well, you're gonna have to modify the cabinet too. I'm gonna have to build
Oh,
a
really?
couple of like brackets to hold that and stuff because of the way that it's built. It's just a Mr. Do machine, and I've got Mr. Do on the cabinet upstairs, so
Yeah, but still, the fact that it's a sit-down table,
it is a cocktail table,
pretty
which is
freaking
nice.
awesome.
Cocktail tables are nice. Anyway, the other thing is when I went to go get my shot, we were gonna be short on people. 'Cause
Yeah.
we had one guy that asked for the week off, and they wouldn't let him take the week off.
Okay.
So he called in every day. Told him he was going to call in every
So
day.
y'all have one sub right now,
We have one sub.
and it's this guy.
No,
Okay.
no, this is another regular.
Oh.
And we got a guy that's out because he's sick. Been out since Christmas. Legitimately sick. He has cancer. So that sub's on that round every day. But we had people come from other stations to cover Kara's route because she was on vacation. And this guy was calling in sick, so they were covering it every day. And I told them, like, I got to go get the shot. This is when I got the appointment. I'm going. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And they were belly aching about it. That means there's only going to be one regular carrier here that day.
Okay. Well, it's not like the shop place gave me a choice.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is this is when I could
they,
get it.
They
I
didn't
got
say
it.
here, pick from these times.
So they kept doing this, and so I said, "Okay, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna case my route, and then y'all can split it or do whatever you're gonna do to
Very
carry
generous of you.
for free." So whatever. Like the place I had to get the shot was right around the corner anyway. Not that big of a deal, but still.
Yeah.
So I come in, I case the route for free. They've got like 2 more pallets of Amazon to throw. I go up there and tell them, "Hey, I'm leaving. There's 2 more pallets of Amazon to throw." They ignore me. They're fucking pissed at me.
Okay.
Cold shoulder. Jason don't
Yep.
exist.
So I'm like, all right then. I don't care if you talk to me or not, because I'm still walking out this door. And then I walk out the door, go get my shot, go home,
Yeah.
come back in the next day, half my route's still there. So I go up to the desk and say, I'm going home. Do you want me to call the 1-800 number or just tell you? Call the 1-800 number. I said, I don't have it. You're going to need to give it to me. So she gave me the number, and I called the number sitting across from her at the desk. And, you know, went home,
Yeah.
got back the next day.
No, you went back on Monday.
Or Monday. I go back on Monday.
So this was a Saturday.
This was a Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I get there on Monday, there was shit I had cased on Friday
That was still there.
that was now cased again.
What the fuck?
Like, the records for the whole route had been recased. The apartments had not been out for 2 days.
Had they at least combined the letters?
Nope. There was 2 stacks of DPS there.
Wow.
So they pretty much just left everything for you to do. Just kind of
So you
dispersed it
went home
differently.
again?
No.
Mm.
So I go up to the desk and I'm like, hey, before I touch anything on my route, I need you to walk back here and look at it. I don't have time. It's like, well, you're going to make time or you're going to be making a lot more time.
Right.
So
It's going to get a lot worse for you.
she walked back there and I said, so what are we going to do here? She's like, what do you want me to do? And I said, I think I need a couple hours of auxiliary help
Yeah.
because this is,
2 hours sounds fair.
I think it sounds generous. I think it
came
sounds
in
more
work
than
for free.
generous.
Well, I mean, it takes about 2 hours to carry your route, so
No, not lately. Lately, it's
Yeah.
been more like a 3.5 hour affair on the street. on a good day.
Yeah.
So she's like, well, I don't have anybody do it. And I was like, you got somebody coming in to carry a route that gets done 20 minutes after me, and she's a sub. You can't give her 2 hours off this route. Okay, I guess I'll ask her. I was like, ask her.
It's her
Do you
job.
know what your job is? Your job is the one who tells the people what to do.
Right.
Like, especially the subs. All right. Well, I guess I'll give you the 2 hours. I don't think it's 2 hours worth of work, though. I was like, okay.
Then just take all the stuff that was left and take that. Whatever,
That's what I told her.
whatever
I was
amount of
like-
work that is,
Yeah.
that's what it'll be.
I was like,
I'll
I'll
just
take.
take today's stuff. You take all that shit.
That's what I said. And she said, no, I'll give you 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
So then the sub comes in, and the sub starts fighting with me. All I left was the DPS.
Hmm.
And I said, that is the dumbest thing you've ever said to me. What do you mean all you left was the DPS? All you left was the first class mail? We're not allowed to do that.
All I left was everything, Jason. Why are you getting so mad?
I just left the important stuff.
She said, there's nothing left over here except for that one little tiny stack of DPS. And then I'm like, what about this stack of DPS? Well, that one. What about these apartments? Because I have 2 other sets of apartments. Like, what about these? These are still here. Well, I didn't have a key. I was like, if you didn't have a key, how'd you deliver anything? How'd you deliver any of these apartments? You're saying you took the flats for these apartments,
To the door.
but you didn't have a key. All right, fine, whatever, dude. I'll just take it.
Right.
It's like, all right. So I'll give you your 2 hours. So she's furious at me because I made her get paid to carry stuff she already got paid to carry.
Yeah.
Hmm. Sounds like she made off better. She
Yeah.
got paid extra to do the same job twice.
Right? And so then I put in my slip for my second vaccine because they gave me the appointment when I went for the first one.
Automatically. They
Did-
email you before you even
Yeah.
got your first shot.
Did it get denied?
No.
Mine did.
They don't know they can deny it.
Oh. Well, Kim tried to tell our station manager that she was getting the second vaccine, and he said they were denying that request,
My big issue is
which is
that
why she called in sick.
our
I love how they act like, you know, you got to get the vaccine. We're going to give you time
I got
off
the
to get vaccine.
feeling, like,
Hey,
I
not
was at
this
the
time,
edge
though.
of that conversation. I got the feeling like it wasn't his choice. Like somebody above him was telling him deny everything that comes through about that.
We need you to get the vaccine because whenever the whole station gets coronavirus, which has fucking happened,
Right.
we don't have enough people to do anything. But don't go get the vaccine.
Right. Don't take a half a day off.
Fucking dude, they're fucking retards. Like you remember like last fucking summer when they were talking about, oh, when the vaccine's approved, we're just gonna bring people out to the stations.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Remember all that fucking talk they did, and now we got to fucking fight to be able to go get it.
I mean, they'll probably do that at some point.
When everybody's gonna already fucking
3
have
or
it.
4 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember how the free masks they gave us? They gave us 3 months into the pandemic.
No, it was more than
True.
3 months. We got those masks in late summer, dude. Those were like
Mm,
August.
Well, no, we got 2. We got the first wave, which was those thick cotton ones that sucked ass. 'Cause
Oh,
they
we
were
never
too
got
small.
those. Yeah, we never
Yeah.
got those.
And then later we got the thinner, the nicer ones.
The ones that have our logo on it.
No,
Yeah, they
I
got our
never
logo
got
on
one
it.
of those.
Oh, I got one that's got our logo on it real small right here on the jawline.
Is it silver? The one I'm talking about, silver.
No, this is like blue.
Hmm.
They're garbage. Amy's the mask queen. She can tell you whether they're garbage or not. She lit a lighter and blew it out while wearing the mask. She's like, this is bullshit. So,
The second one they gave me was decent. The first one sucked.
they all suck, dude.
You could double mask.
I'm fine with the one mask I have that I've been wearing since last March.
And I got my shot too, same time Jason did.
You don't let me wash.
And
that
then I
thing
immediately-
as much as it needs to be.
Texted my boss and said, hey, they've emailed me. This is when they said my next appointment has to be because our schedule is pre-made 3 weeks out. So if it's not over 3 weeks
3 weeks.
in advance, you can't request off. Like it
They
won't
do
go in
that
the
on
system.
purpose.
It
Okay.
was 3 weeks. I mean,
It has to be
because-
over 3 weeks to
Oh.
request off. This is exactly 3 weeks that they do the shots.
Mhm.
So I've seen her do this to every single like other person who said it, where they come and say, "Hey, I'm getting my second dose on this," and she goes in the computer and changes whatever she has to and says, "Okay, you're off," and then she goes back later and fixes it to fill the gaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, "Well, somebody already requested that evening off."
Okay. Well, is that somebody getting
I
a
don't-
corona
can-
vaccine
can
shot?
You maybe just see if you could do it another time. And I've told her I can't, and I'm still scheduled, so I'm gonna have to talk with her again.
I just call in. That's what everybody else does.
Take a selfie of you getting the shot, and then text that.
I mean, you get the card.
Yeah, I've got the card.
Oh, I asked
Can't
if they
be
wanted
any more official
documentation
than that.
I would.
You
go
don't
out.
even need to go to a
Yeah.
fucking doctor. Here's the fucking card.
Like, and we get paid to go get the vaccines too. We have to write in the book that we did it, and we get paid 2
Wow.
hours for
Huh.
That's
going and
cool
getting
as
it.
shit.
I don't get paid.
Wish we got paid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be mad about them lying about sending people out to give us the vaccine.
Dude, they're so.
I had to
fucked up.
have my health insurance pay for it.
Russ, is your job workplace being safe during Corona?
Well, I mean, my desk in my basement is fairly safe.
Now, do you wash your hands every 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to
Do
wash your
you
hands
sing
every
Do
Happy
you
30 minutes.
sanitize the surfaces daily?
Do you wear a mask while you're at work?
No.
You don't.
I don't know if you're
Do
being
you keep
super
at least
safe here.
6 feet away from anybody else?
Usually.
Okay.
Usually.
You're probably good then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's his choice to start with. Like that was pre-Corona.
Exactly.
fair.
I was hiding in my basement before this shit happened.
I'm sure someone's coming in your basement and touching your desks. You should probably wipe it down. You're supposed to wipe everything down. Always.
Well,
Every 30 minutes you need
well,
a
I
timer.
was spraying Lysol on it, but evidently I've been using Lysol wrong.
That is true. That's not what Lysol's for.
It's been reformulated since then. It's a little spicier now.
Spicy. That's what we call it.
Spicier.
That's good.
Ugh.
Yeah, no, my office in my basement is nice and
Corona
isolated
free?
from- yeah, for now, yeah.
So y'all been going out to the grocery? Because you've worked from home the entire time.
Yeah.
If nobody's caught on to that yet.
Yeah, we very rarely
Which
go
you were working from home most of the time
Yep.
to start with.
Yep,
So,
I was primarily from home prior.
so your life hasn't changed.
Nope, we go out to the grocery store once a week when we need to and hide back in the basement.
Nice.
And hand sanitizer all around and face masks and all the fun stuff.
Do you have the kids patrolling the perimeter with like AK-47s to make
No.
sure nobody's coming up there to get your stockpile of food and weapons?
No, I don't have a stockpile of food or weapons.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say that on the air.
You just let the whole secret out, you know? You're just trying to keep it hidden.
Well, I
Just
mean,
tell the whole
you
world,
do, though,
Jason.
because you have a lot of chickens, which is
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're doing meat birds right now too. So if anyone wants to
See?
come help butcher, May 15th, I believe, is when we're going.
So come help murder chickens.
Yep.
yes, it'll be a.
We
great
did
He
old
said yes,
time.
please.
We did just take some eggs from him.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought 2 dozen for you.
Nice.
Oh, so speaking of things that I brought, I might as well give it to you now. I brought you a present, Jason.
Uh-oh.
This was it the raccoon's brother?
No,
Say it's a
the-
matching
the-
set, right?
No, this is actually probably you'll be much more happier about this.
Okay.
There's one thing that everybody knows you absolutely love, and
Puzzle
since-
boxes.
tomatoes.
Oh yeah.
Fighting with small business owners.
These are
What the
out
hell
of
are
my
these?
greenhouse.
Oh, Amber's been talking to me about those.
Tiny.
What are these tomatoes for ants?
Apparently, that's as big as she can get them to grow, no matter what.
Yep, that is the largest that they grow. We call them the jelly beans.
So these aren't supposed to be the size. These are supposed to be normal size.
so
That's
we're
hilarious. You
fairly-
should totally sell those as like an artisan item. People would pay out the ass for
They're
those,
not
Russ.
cherry tomatoes.
Holy
not?
shit.
No.
Jason, you
What do
need
they
to
taste
try
like?
some of those.
I don't know.
Try it.
Call them jelly bean tomatoes or something.
Seriously, you need to try some. They
well,
are
I'm
the
gonna.
best
I mean, it's tomatoes. I'm gonna
Oh
fucking
my
eat it.
god.
Why
like-
does the light keep going off?
Because the switch is right where my feet is,
The
and every
switch
time I
is over
move a
there.
foot, the
I have
plug
snooze in
is
my
right here.
Here, I'll try a tomato.
We'll have to wait till after the break.
Yeah, so
Do you want tomato burst?
God,
we
no.
Have a tomato.
this
I wouldn't
tomato
mind taking
plant
a
came
couple
up.
home to
Oh my
Kim,
God,
though, if
they're
I could do
good.
that.
Yeah, this tomato plant came up in our compost pile.
Yeah.
And we're not sure what type of tomato they are, but they are possibly the most delicious tomato of that
All right,
size
well,
that
I
I've
gotta
ever
try
had.
one right now.
It was a really good tomato. It's just tiny.
Yeah, so that's what we've been snacking on over the winter. That so far that's the best thing come out of the greenhouse.
Didn't it come up in the middle of like a cucumber plant or something?
Well, this one came up out of the.
Oh my god, that is a good tomato.
It's like marinara in a jelly bean.
Too bad he doesn't
You'll
have the
not trick
baggie.
me. That's a Jelly Belly flavored tomato.
No, it came up out of the compost, so
Well,
we think it's a leftover from one of the store bought ones.
All
Possibly.
right, well, plant those. Try to get Just try to keep breeding them till they get bigger because that's a good fucking tomato.
So
Or just get a bunch of them that'll produce like tons of those tiny tomatoes.
Yeah.
They don't taste like cherry tomatoes.
Little do you know, it took 200 man hours to produce that bag.
How do you pick those? Like with tweezers? Do you...
yeah, you just pinch them right off.
Anyway, all right. So I think it's pee break time, and
Yes.
we'll be right back in a minute as soon as I find. Where's
soon
my
as you
break
find the
button?
thing.
God damn it!
I don't know, but did you set your music up?
No, I'm taking a 3-minute break.
Okay.
Doing it right now. That's fucking crazy. Those are good.
They are. She was telling me about the jelly beans.
Yeah, we are quite happy with those tomatoes.
I mean, but they're for ants.
Yeah.
In every department of the store.
Did you try one?
Simply make a small deposit on your purchase and we'll hold it for payment later. Take advantage of our
You already
sales
claimed
prices
them for
today.
somebody
Put
else.
your purchases in layaway now.
Kellogg's Product 19 cereal. More vitamin nutrition than any other cereal. But you'd never guess because Product 19 vitamins are flaky, bumpy, crispy, crunchy, and taste oh so good. Product 19 goodness comes from corn, oats, wheat, and rice. Delicious Kellogg's Product 19 cereal. Flaky, bumpy, crispy, crunchy. Tasty vitamin.
Domino's Pizza delivers quality. It takes fresh baked quality to avoid the Noid. We keep the Noid out and all the quality in. So avoid the Noid. Call Domino's Pizza now for hot quality pizza. Domino's Pizza delivers.
cheapest of the three places over the town.
And though they run them over at Musix, they also there's a new place coming out.
If there is a Bobcat, like an actual Bobcat anywhere out there,
how much do those cost, like just to buy?
Oh, a lot.
The cheaper ones are $60,000.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the smaller ones. That's
No,
like
you can go to Rural
That
King.
one goes like 6 feet deep.
Yeah, you can go to Rural King and get a tractor that's got an end loader,
It's like
a
fighting
front
a fire
loader,
with
and the
gasoline.
backhoe on the back.
Stop the madness.
It'll run you around $34,000.
Even Martha Stewart, our entertainment and lifestyle consultant, looks for ways to cut down on her time in the kitchen. And now, thanks to some of our Presto products, she's found them. The Presto salad shear slices, shreds, and grates all kinds of foods in almost no time. So it's great for making everything from salads to pizza to dessert. And for making all sorts of fried foods, there's nothing better than the Presto Fry Daddy. Presto products. Pick a little time to
when I
pick
was
one up
looking at doing
today
this,
and
I
save a
called
lot of
Guy
time later.
and to dig the trench that I
Hello,
dug, he
shoppers.
wanted $800.
Visit our shoe department for the quality you need, the prices you want, and the brand names you trust.
Yeah, I told
For hunting, hiking, working, everything, look for the great values on men's outdoor boots from Texas Steer and Northwest Territory. You'll also find first quality national name brand athletic
I
footwear.
don't want one of those
Shoes
little
from
hot
names
farm
like
factories
Pony,
my father
Jordache,
got.
Nautilus, Spalding, McGregor, and more. Whatever the activity or sport, you'll find the quality, brand, and the price you want.
Well, and
at
that's the
Puma,
thing. I've
the
known so many
savings
people
place.
that would be willing to, pay me to
Have you
come
ever
and do
noticed that
big
big
shit.
jobs leave even bigger
Like you and your
messes?
pond.
We
you probably
have.
dropped me 200
That's why we carry a variety of Hoover vacuum cleaners. Martha Stewart, our entertainment and lifestyle consultant, recommends the lightweight Hoover Elite upright cleaner and the cordless Hoover double duty wet and dry hand vac. Hoover, that's another one of the great names that's at home with Martha Stewart.
Yeah, they're going to give you $500 to do the
Yeah, there's a dude that lives down the street from me that he did that. He bought himself one from his own project. He does excavating for people. Down the street from he's got bobcats and stuff that he, gets himself. I don't know. It's kind of one of those. If I ever get fucking started, I should.
Because you can't hear over the music.
And welcome back to the show formerly known as Happy Delivery. After delivery, Jason, joined by the same people we were joined before we went to go pee.
Yeah, we're still here. Nobody's left.
No one came back. Russ's tomatoes did not poison us. Bruce will be the only survivor if that's the case.
I was walking in the house and I had to stop because I did feel sick for a second. But I don't think it was the tomato.
It might have been. We do grow it in horse shit.
I mean, some of the best vegetables are grown in horse shit. So.
Yeah.
Horse shit?
Horse shit.
They don't eat meat.
It's remarkably inexpensive around here. Like, for the low price of pick it up.
It's somebody's got an axe to grind there, getting you to come over and clean their stalls out.
Actually, no, the place I get it from, they already have it bagged and ready for you to toss into your truck.
Oh, nice.
We have a program called Grounds for Grounds. And we put our coffee grounds in the bags for farmers to take and grow their stuff in.
Yeah, which we really should start getting that from you.
I mean, if you want it, I'll restart the program. We quit because our farmer quit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They quit coming in to pick
I'm
it up.
honestly surprised you don't do it yourself and bring it home for yourself.
She doesn't grow anything anymore.
I don't have a way to water anything.
You did. I bought you a sprayer.
Okay,
There's
so
no hose
I
in the
wanted to talk
back
to y'all.
anymore.
I wanted to talk to y'all about that.
And Pippin chewed up my battery.
I would love to have a garden.
So y'all.
She'd love to have a garden without doing any of the gardening work.
So you guys, y'all have got gutters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we set y'all up with some rain catchment?
Well, the issue is where we have to place the garden is so far from the house that we had the bucket sprayer where you took the bucket and the sprayer
But where does your gutter come down?
beside the house.
Okay, well you put the rain catchment where the gutter comes down.
But then you got to haul the water to the garden.
You put a hose on it.
Got to be a long hose.
So?
I mean, I'll haul the buckets I did before. There's just this year not a hose in the backyard anymore.
What? What happened to the
Yes, it
hose?
is.
Do you have a
Thought you
downspout in the
clamped all
backyard?
that stuff off
And then
and then capped it.
Yeah, and then I fixed the spout thing. I had the
It was
spout thing
leaking,
fixed.
wasn't
It was
it?
leaking.
Yeah, It was leaking. I thought that when they said they capped it, that it was permanently closed.
No.
Well, then I misunderstood because
No.
I really.
I had
thought
them
that
put
there
in a
was
shut-off valve.
Gotcha.
So if it ever started leaking again, I could shut it off.
I really thought there was no way to water anything out
So
here
now
this
you
year.
have water in the backyard?
We've always had water in the backyard.
I misunderstood. I really.
We
thought
didn't
they
have water in
capped
the
it off.
backyard for a week, and she's like, "Fuck, I guess everything's gonna die."
So
I was
you
told it was
could grow
capped off.
tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Was fixed like a week later.
I want a jelly bean tomato plant now.
Well, take a couple of those and get the seeds and plant them.
Yeah, there you go.
Those have disappeared.
They're
I've
right
stolen the
there.
baggie. Shh. The baggie has disappeared.
We can
Russ.
see them, Jazz.
It has
I see some
disappeared.
sitting on the table there.
Those are Bruce's. for
Those are
Kim.
Bruce's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Those have a home.
They look juicy.
Oh
They were
man, I
really
meant to have
good.
you get that Arcade Legends while you're inside that flash drive to give to Russ. The
Yeah.
portable drive. shit.
Gotcha.
Well, she can still walk in there.
No.
Take
I'll
like
go
a
get it
minute.
here after a while when you start doing your breaks.
Breaks.
We already had a break.
What breaks?
Break happened.
What
No,
kind
this is going to be the break in between Russ saying he's got to go and then sitting here and talking for 30 minutes and then having to go again. It's that break.
That happens.
Yeah. I've got time.
I'm gonna have to go. What?
No, you don't
She's talking about
Don't
how,
go, Russ.
Are you kicking me out?
No, she's talking about the
Oh.
standard thing we do around here. Where we're like, all right, well, I'm gonna head out, and then we talk for another 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just,
Isn't that
It's
kind
the
of
same
expected?
thing.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
like how you do.
Oh,
That's why I
okay.
said I've got time. I can go upstairs and get it for him.
Jason, was it you that was talking about wanting a pickup truck?
I mean, I want to pick up truck, but I have no money.
Well, here's a freaking 350 4x4 for 5,000.
That's about 4,000 more than what I got handy right now.
Well, I mean, you could probably talk to him. I mean, it's got like new mud tires.
You think they would take 1,000 for it?
Wait, what
I don't know.
You
It's a
could,
93.
you could talk them down to 80%. Yeah.
You're that good. Come on now.
Well, it's got a 460 in it.
I mean, look, I'm not knocking the truck. I'm just saying I ain't got $5,000 right now. I
Oh.
mean, I could get $5,000.
Alejandro says to just try for 1,500, not just
Okay,
1,000.
that's a good point.
Just
could
make
s-
an offer.
I could sell some plasma, pawn,
Wait till the next stimulus check comes in.
pawn some of my. No, when the next stimulus check comes in, you won't be able to afford it. Prices on everything goes up when stimulus comes out. Jesus Christ, Taco Bell raised their prices.
Did they?
No.
Oh my god, that was so delicious.
What, Taco Bell? Yes.
What?
What?
Please don't.
What?
Don't
Had-
even start it again.
Had nachos Bel Grande last night. It was so good.
Well,
Just leave it at that.
she added guacamole and jalapenos,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then let it set for about 4.5
How
hours.
does that work? It was my Mexican mush.
It was
That's what I call
all
it.
one
Yes.
chip.
That is disgusting.
Oh,
She
it's
said it was
delicious.
like the texture of mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Oh my god,
Amazing.
that's fucking disgusting.
Oh my
Amy. What is the
God.
matter with you?
Nothing in that dish is supposed to be that texture,
No.
except the refried beans.
It was all basically the texture of refried fried beans. Then.
Gross.
So we've started ordering on the app where you can customize your order easy.
Okay.
And I think they're not a fan of this because, like, I've been ordering bean burritos, but adding stuff to them
Yeah.
because they have like 3 burritos now.
Yeah,
They've got like the
like-
burrito supreme, the rice burrito, and then the bean burrito. That's
Did
like
you
all
know-
they've got now.
Did you know you can put onions in your chili at Wendy's? I didn't even know that.
No.
You can customize them and put onions.
I
in.
gotta
It's
be honest. I'm
delicious.
not sure I've ever gotten chili from Wendy's.
It's actually
What?
surprisingly good. You can
Yeah.
get it in a bucket.
Yeah, Wendy's chili's really good,
Yeah.
dude.
Dude,
You're
sell-
fucking
they
up.
sell it like in a gallon bucket.
I only ever get a cheeseburger and fries if I go there.
Wendy's chili's pretty good.
You're fucking up.
You need to put your fries in it. Jason
Yeah.
just dumps his fries into his chili and eats
I
them.
usually get the baked potato when I go there.
It's according to who's fixing the baked potatoes, whether they're any count or not. I've noticed. You got to have somebody that's a baked potato expert. If you want a Wendy's, man, that's like 3 days in a row we've had like 8 out. But if you want to fucking eat out again today, whatever. I'm fat. I
We'll
don't
see.
care.
If you eat it out, I would like something
Okay.
so that I have food when I get home.
I'm not guaranteeing it.
What
I
time do you
know.
have to go to work?
2:30. I'll get home probably around midnight if I'm lucky.
Oh,
I've already
Jesus.
gotten a bunch of texts from work. It is not going to be a fun day, and I'm pretty sure my other closer's not going to show up.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
It's okay. Half my electronics are apparently down.
Sounds like a good day to call in.
You're looking kind of sick. A little pale.
Yeah.
Having some problems after that shot.
I got the COVID vaccine. Is that going to help you any? Can you use that?
I've got
You
the
were-
card
you
that
were-
says I've got
You
the
were
COVID
in
vaccine as
contact
well.
with somebody who got the COVID vaccine?
If you just tell them you're having loud diarrhea, I'm pretty sure they won't want you anywhere near food.
No, that doesn't stop her.
If you say loud diarrhea.
So speaking of people getting sick, so yesterday we went to the that next larger city here in our locality.
Like the big city around here?
Well, not the one that's north from here, but the one that's east from here.
You're talking about Lettertown.
Sure.
There's a lot of Lettertowns.
You're talking about the one that has the mall that's like all just like retro video game shit and like board games and shit.
No, that's west from here. I'm talking east from here.
So you're talking about Hipsterville.
Sure, there's a university there.
Yeah, there's a big university there that's like
Yeah.
nationally known.
Yes, that one. Yeah, not like the one that is nationally known that's north of us, but
Yeah.
the one that's east of us.
Fellas, there had to be an easier way to do this.
Like,
Nope.
just go with the story because no one else
Is
is
it in
really
the
going to know
eastern
where it's at
part of the
anyway.
state?
Well, it's kind of
Russ,
more
it's
centrally
like
It says
located.
east, and
It's
Jason
like-
guesses every direction but
Okay.
east.
It's like if the state had a heart, this
Yeah.
city would be right over top of the heart.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's in a city. It's a big city.
Yeah, so we went
Big-ish.
over there because we had to go to a sporting goods store to pick up my weight set. But
Hang on, they also have a Hustler's adult toy store there.
they
They
do
do.
really?
Yeah, it's
That's
the
a
only
real
Yes.
store?
Yeah,
It
Wow,
was amazing.
I didn't know
I'd
they
never
still
seen
had
that
one of those
before.
around.
yeah.
It was
So-
very modern and new. It
It's
wasn't
very
like,
classy for what you think of when you think of Hustler.
For
It
a
was-
dong slinging store.
Yeah, it was
I mean,
pretty
Hustler,
classy.
Hustler
I
was
was,
one of the classier
talking about how
magazines.
nice
It was not. I strongly disagree with you. In the
Really nice.
80s, Hustler was not.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever classy.
I'm talking the 90s.
I don't
Well,
know.
the store was nice.
I never found 90s Hustlers in the woods, only 80s Hustlers.
So we decided we needed to stop at Goodwill, and as we're walking in, there was a dude
Vaping?
vomiting.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a V word.
That's a turnaround.
yeah, it was very unsettling. I've never walked into a store where someone's vomiting actively into a garbage can next to the
Yeah,
door.
that's a turnaround.
That was
Yeah.
about as good as, at my job where I listened to someone violently vomit in the bathroom for 10 minutes and watched everyone in my lobby stare at me and stare at the bathroom like there was something that I could do.
Wait.
Like-
Your bathrooms are close enough to the lobby that you can actually hear things going on.
Not
in there?
normally, but if somebody's in there puking out their
I mean,
kidneys.
she was like very violently sick.
Oh, okay. I was
She
just wondering
came
if
out
somebody
and
went in
looked
there
like
with-
she had sweated off half a pound.
But like,
of
if somebody
just
went in there after Taco
liquid.
Bell, I mean, like, do y'all hear that too?
I hope not.
Oh God.
I don't think so. I've been in there. I don't think so. I think you would have to be extremely noisy to be heard in the dining room.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a fairly loud vomiter, so I'd probably be heard.
What the people outside of my work don't know is everything in the women's restroom echoes in that back room because it's right up against all the pipes and stuff for our.
How many times do you hear people having
sink.
sex in there?
I've never heard that.
Oh.
I do think that someone did though.
What makes you think that?
A boy and a girl went into the same thing for like 20 minutes right before close, and the look of everything in there looked like someone had just kind of like ran into everything.
That's when you just go and you keep
And
trying the door handle repeatedly.
One of our people who worked there kind of went around the corner and had suspicions that that was what was going on.
Start knocking.
Yeah, you should have just stood where like everything echoes and been like, "You wrapping it up?"
You pooping in there?
Y'all about done?
Hurry up.
I don't know that they spoke English.
Oh,
Use a condom.
build a wall.
I was looking at
I got
the
next.
10 other people of them that were standing in the lobby. Oh Jesus!
Put a quarter on the door frame.
Isn't that just where you knock and say housekeeping? Housekeeping.
You
I
want me
come in
to
and
flip
clean.
those?
I fluff pillow. I just watch.
Here's a place you can get free manure. They'll actually load it with their front loader.
I don't have a truck, so
You can borrow mine.
I'm all right.
have it.
I don't
Take
need
your
a bunch.
car.
I don't need a bunch.
Fine. Put it in the trunk.
I got enough free shit here now. I don't need more free
You
shit at
sure?
the moment. Yeah, I'm
You sure we can
pretty
go get
sure.
it?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Good.
Maybe we could get grass to grow.
I don't want grass to grow. I want the moss to take over the rest of the yard.
I'm with Jason.
Russ is too good of a problem solver for Jason.
we just
Jason
keep
keeps coming up with the
dumping-
problems, and Russ is like, "Here's your solution." And
It
Jason's
only
like,
takes-
"No, I don't want to do that."
It only takes a small amount of work, and I'm like, no, I don't want it to work.
And Russ is like, "Fine. Well, I looked, and here's another solution." Jason's like, "No, I don't like that one
No,
either."
I just want the moss to take over. Okay, just let the
I
moss
really,
have it.
dude, I really do want the moss to take over the rest of the yard. Like, it's got like most of the hill.
It does.
It's green. From a distance, it looks like a yard.
So in the wet spot, can we just dump like tons? You know what I'm talking
Nobody,
about?
hold on. Nobody could see your front yard from a distance. What the fuck does that even mean?
Right?
What's that mean? Right first, right? This guy gets it. That's pretty much what I think Jason just did to you. This guy gets it.
Anyway, I mean, you're talking about the wet spot.
Yeah, in the yard. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell you right here. If you listen to the show, that's where he wants the pond.
Oh, well,
So-
I wasn't here.
Are you talking about the wet spot right here?
He wasn't here.
Yes.
You've been on this show since Corona started, and I've only talked about this pond like 10 times.
On the show.
I know. That's part of the problem.
To be fair, I just thought pond is what you were calling that area because that's kind of what it's like.
halfway is.
I didn't know you were talking about
It's
a
better than it used to be.
futuristic actual pond.
I'm afraid that what would happen if I showed up with some method for digging this hole or this pond for him, he'd
Jason's
be
gonna
like,
be
"Oh
like, "No, I
no,
just want the moss
no,
to
no."
take it over. I want a real pond."
It's all fun and dandy up until it's actuality, and then you're like, "Oh no, no."
Have you
Someone who
not
will give us
figured
a
out?
form.
Like, somebody told me something about, well, my sister, who's a doctor of psychology, told me this about a couple months ago. And she's like, was telling me that one of my sons had ADD. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. I do that. I do that. And she's like, yeah, Jason, yeah. It's almost like it's hereditary. And I'm like, holy fuck. So when I take Adderall, that's what everybody's supposed to feel like all the time? You mean people get shit done on their own?
You mean they don't start like 20 million projects and just leave them lying around the house everywhere? Talking about me.
Yeah, so
I'm
it
very
turns
bad
out.
at finishing all my
I could
projects.
see both of our kids having that.
So it turns out, apparently, I have ADD, according to an actual doctor.
If it's a little one, we should probably take him to the doctor.
Dude, I was, for real, shocked. I thought I was a productive member of society. And I'm like, yeah, but I get up and go to work every day, and I don't have problems at work. She's like, yeah, it's like a routine that you kind of do on autopilot. Yeah? Yeah, that's a symptom, dude. Oh. So, yeah.
So are you blaming it all on your ADD?
I am blaming it all on my ADD.
You should really go talk to your doctor about that.
Unlike Imagine Dragons, I have a real medical condition. I need a support dog or a support pig. Don't care which.
You want a pig.
Wait,
what is it?
do you? Because there was a free one on Craigslist earlier.
I blame it on my ADD. No, I don't want a pig. Russ, stop fighting me pigs. That was a joke. I
Jazz
don't want a
really
pig.
wants a pig. I really want a goat.
I keep threatening Pippin that I should have traded him out for that baby pig.
That pig would be less bitey.
Yes.
Okay,
he
so you
would.
don't want a pig?
I do not want a pig.
Okay, then what do
Because
you
Russ
want?
has found you
I
6
don't-
in this area alone.
Yeah, just that
I
one
don't want
quick
any
second.
more
He's
animals.
found 6 in this area. 2 of them are for free if you just come pick them up, and he's got the truck for it.
One of them's
Don't
across
worry,
the
there's a
street.
truck. See, look,
They're not free.
some of them
but
are spotted.
They're super cute.
I'm gonna pass on the pig.
Aw.
No,
Look how
stop!
little they
Stop
are.
doing the waving my hands because I saw something cute. Stop!
It's okay. She sends me baby pig videos all the time.
We're not getting a pig, bitches.
You're
We're not
not
getting a
getting a
pig.
So I've got a friend from Lodge that they've got a pig, and we've had to go over and take care of it a few times.
Yeah.
Is it a
12 days
full-size
ago.
pig or like
No,
a
it's a
mini
little,
pig?
it's a little pot belly,
Okay.
and yeah, I wouldn't want to own one.
What's I don't what are the benefits? Is it just a pet?
We can
Yeah,
just
it's an
feed 'em
indoor pet.
garbage.
Like you're not
No,
Yeah.
oh god,
you're not
no.
keeping
Oh,
it for
really?
20
If you-
years
Oh,
just
no.
to kill
I
it
thought
and
they-
eat it.
No,
Hey.
but if you
No, it's a
train them
pet.
right, you can train them and they can act like dogs for people who are
Yeah,
actually
this
like
one's
allergic
just
to dogs.
stubborn as shit, and yeah, no.
You've got dogs that are stubborn as shit and bite you no matter what, too.
Apparently, there's like super smart.
Yeah. You can, if you train them like a dog, they'll act like a dog pretty much.
Can you treat him like a cat?
No,
How
because
do you
can't train a cat.
I'm just trying to imagine a scenario in which I would want
Okay,
a
so-
pig over a dog, but
so
I
you
can
don't
see
want
if
a
you were
pig?
allergic
No,
to
I
it.
do not
Yeah.
want a
Do
pig.
you want a dog?
No, I got a dog.
Okay, then what do you
I
want?
want less dogs.
You want a
I don't
pig
want any
dog?
animals.
Dog pig.
Do you want a trained monkey?
I might take a Nintendo
No.
dog.
Yes.
Monkey. Always go.
I might take a Nintendo dog or a
I think I
Tamagotchi.
actually
You'll take a
already have
Tamagotchi.
Both of those. in
Jason
the
wants
house.
one less dog than he already has.
Yeah.
The question is, Russ, do you want a dog?
Oh, it looks like we can order fetal pigs for dissection.
Oh, well, that could be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one.
They're only $33 a piece.
Yeah, I skipped
That's
that
like
in
nothing.
high school even.
That
so
even
I'm
includes
I
good.
the-
dissected a fetal shark.
That includes the tools to dissect it.
I've never dissected anything.
They never let us dissect anything. in
We
high
did
school.
frogs in high school.
I don't remember doing
I did
frogs.
Come on,
Frogs in high
that'd be a
school.
great project for the kids.
Yeah, high school we had frogs and
Nice.
Earthworms.
pigs, and my mom came in a minute into the class and said family emergency and took me home.
Wow.
So you never dissected a pig?
I've never dissected anything.
Oh, I guess it's time for the start. We started with huge flatworms.
It's weird how different stuff looks on the inside than you would think it does. Sorry. I was
That was-
trailing off her thought, but you had already started talking.
That was maybe the creepiest thing you've ever said. That was very flat and serious. Like,
no, anybody who's dissected something would agree 100%.
I'm just saying, if Ed Kemper
Especially
said that in an FBI interview, I'd be like, yeah.
I think it
That
was
sounds like Ed
That's
Kemper.
the
true.
monotone voice that just automated out of you instead of the normal Bruce tone.
What are you going to hunt, Bruce? Liars?
Rude people.
I just don't trust gingers.
Litterers.
Anyway, yeah, no, I wish the moss would take over the rest of the yard. I wish there was a way I can encourage moss over grass growth.
You can.
I mean, you could probably
How?
Google it and figure it out.
Well,
Kill
if
the
you want,
grass?
if you want to grow moss on like concrete or on bricks or something,
No, I
you-
want it in the
you s-
yard.
You paint it with yogurt, so you can theoretically paint your yard with yogurt, and it will
There you go.
encourage moss growth.
Kill the grass first, though.
Or you can just go and buy Irish moss at Lowe's,
Yeah,
and you
that's
can
really
plant it.
pretty.
Quit coming up with solutions, Russ.
I know he's never gonna follow through on any of it.
Now
You
we
need to
gotta
just
paint
stop
the
asking Russ
yard,
questions.
I can fucking
or
show,
we have to start planning stuff.
I can fucking show up with a truckload full of fucking moss, and he'll be like, "No, man, I just
I don't want that anymore.
I decided
I want
I
this
didn't
kind of
want that."
moss.
No, we got to do that a different day. We need jazz.
It has to take over naturally.
We do need jazz for all of these projects.
I usually enjoy these projects.
No, but yeah, no, it's I
Yeah.
have lots of big plans.
I cut that tree up for you. How long is
For
it going
Russ.
to take you to actually get that?
no,
hauled
when
out?
that dries, I'm gonna have to move because I can't cut the grass with it there.
No.
So when
you
that
actually are
dries,
gonna
that's
move
gone.
it. Okay.
I'm leaving that other tree. The major part of that other tree there because I think it looks cool.
Okay. Do you want me to cut up the other part?
No, I can get that eventually.
Okay. I'll be back here in 2 years, and that's still gonna be there.
A year, maybe.
Okay.
It's on the moss, so I don't have to cut that part of the yard.
It's not killing any grass. It's already mossy. It's okay.
Depends how fast the moss
We should
spreads,
get-
actually,
Exactly.
is the
We should
answer
get
to your
creeping
question.
Time. It's pink grass.
I've got creeping time at home. I can bring some for you.
See?
God damn it,
You
Russ.
got to cut that though. That
See
grows.
that?
No, it doesn't grow that
No,
tall.
it's a ground cover. It
Yeah.
just.
It just
yeah.
kind of takes over.
We could have
I'm
pink
glad
grass.
Amy's
Hey, Amy, we've got-
finding solutions
do you want me
because
to
what
bring
she
some?
doesn't know is she's
Sure.
helping cut the
I don't
grass this
know.
year.
I don't know. I don't cut the grass. so-
Yeah,
As
well,
soon as she
Amy did
finds
not
something,
listen to
Russ
what
is
was
like, I
just
have
said.
that at home.
I even
Wait,
brought
wait,
the
wait.
push mower so that she can
Amy,
help.
did you hear what was just said about
No.
you cutting the grass?
What?
No, she did
No.
not hear where she's.
the good
gonna be
news
part
is
of
you're going to be
that.
helping cut the grass this year.
I can do that. I think.
I kind of figure like it's a good job for you because I can put you on the riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
You can put some headphones on and everybody will leave you alone for like 3 hours.
Really?
She's
Yeah.
going to roll it.
That's why I love mowing.
But you've
Oh, that
got to
would be
actually
amazing.
you've
It's
got to
fucking
actually cut
awesome.
the grass though.
And nobody freaking tells you, how long you took. It's
Yeah.
fucking great.
It takes forever to mow our yard, so
Yeah, you just
Awesome.
got to cut the grass.
okay. I just drive it.
Just
the thing
just
around
don't
in a
roll the
circle.
mower over.
No. I think I can handle that.
I don't. Well, we'll see.
So Jason, are you
Give
gonna
me a
use the push
hat.
mower then?
Yeah.
Give me a
Okay.
hat. And,
I'll do the weeding and the push mower.
You'll take care of the trim, and she gets to do the
Mhm.
rest of it.
Yeah.
I mean, the trim isn't that much.
should really
It's
get some
only like an
creeping
hour and a half's
time.
worth of work. I thought you wanted to cut the grass now.
well, I don't care.
Get yourself some good noise canceling headphones, and you'll be good.
My headphones work pretty well. I think I can.
Well, I
handle
don't know if you're gonna be able to hear them over the lawnmower.
it. I think I could.
I don't think.
know.
I don't think you know how loud a lawnmower is.
I've heard the lawnmower.
From
inside
far
the
away,
house?
From 3 rooms
from
away.
inside the house.
I'm joking. I know how long.
Any solution cannot include effort from Jason. Yes,
Yeah.
That's-
absolutely.
Yeah. until I'm ready to put forth the
Rule
effort.
number 1.
And the time I'm going to be ready to put forth the effort is going to be a random Monday. I'll come home and be like, you know what? I feel like doing some shit.
The problem is
Tuesday.
The problem is sometimes the solution doesn't include any effort from Jason, and he just vetoes it anyway.
That's true. I'm very.
How it works is Jason does the thing when he decides he's ready to do it, and that's when he comes up with the solution because he's ready to do that particular solution at that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then it gets done. Can't let the moment pass, though, because then we need a different solution for a different moment.
Maybe it has something to do with
I
your
feel
ADD.
like she's being.
Blame it on his ADD.
I feel like she's. I feel like there was hostility in that comment, and I just can't piece out where it's at. But I feel like
No.
she's annoyed.
I'm saying that you actually get it done.
She's just speaking the truth.
You just get it done in your own way, not when everyone pushes you into 12
Oh,
different ways.
if you push me into doing something, that's a good way to guarantee I'm never gonna fucking do it.
Yeah, that was more what I was intending. for
Everybody
it
I
to
knew
mean.
tried getting me to watch Stranger Things, and I watched it 5 years after everybody stopped talking about it.
That's
Third
true.
season was actually pretty good.
I never
Still
made
watched
it through the second season.
Speaking
Second
of,
season wasn't
have
that
you watched
great.
WandaVision yet?
No.
No.
You fucking asshole.
I know.
I've
Yes,
heard it
timing is
wasn't very
everything.
good.
I wanna
Seriously,
know.
I've heard it wasn't very good.
Bruce liked it.
Okay.
Why I haven't watched it. That's why I haven't watched
What
it.
does that mean, Russ?
Convince me to
How?
watch it.
Oh no, I don't care if you watch it.
But
I
gi-
just,
gi-
I just
give me a
know he
reason to
would
watch
like
it.
the first couple of episodes. I wasn't even trying to get him to watch the whole season.
One of
Oh,
my
so
It's
it's
like
just
one
first couple.
episode. Yeah.
One of my
Have you
favorite
watched
TV
Falcon
programs
Winter
ever.
Soldier yet?
No.
Oh, I haven't either.
One of my favorite TV programs ever was Deadwood.
Yeah.
They come out with a fucking movie like 3 years ago.
I still haven't seen that.
Still haven't fucking watched it.
I still haven't
I heard it was
finished
bad.
the
I thought you
series.
watched
Just
it.
like Russ, I heard it was bad.
Yeah.
Huh.
I
And
believe
then I've
everything I
ignored it
hear.
ever since.
Watched the Breaking Bad movie. That was
They
good.
made a movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Eh,
no.
it's like an hour and a half episode.
I've never watched an
wrapped
episode of Breaking
everything.
Bad. So.
Oh.
It didn't wrap up everything. It was just what happens to Jesse.
And let's
I
see,
thought it
I've
wrapped
never
things
watched
up.
The Sopranos. I
Wait,
only
you've
made
never
2
watched-
episodes into Game of Thrones.
I haven't finished that.
So, like, here's the thing about The Sopranos. If you watch 3 seasons, you've seen every plot line. Just whoever they killed this time, it'll be somebody else, and they'll kill them on this plot line.
It never held any interest for me.
It's probably not worth watching now. It's moments past. Game of Thrones is excellent up until, like, season 6.
Yeah.
And then it just
You
went
still
off the
have
rails.
to watch the rest though. Like if you make it to season 6, just watch the rest.
I watched 3 seasons.
I'm not
and
gonna
the
like it
last
as much, but
episode. I'm
a
good.
bad ending is better than no ending.
Well, if What's-His-Face ever finishes them, I'm sure the books are going to be excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's
Is
never
that, is
gonna
that going to happen?
Probably not. He's like 90.
And he's super unhealthy. Like I'm shocked he's alive now.
He's way too fat to be that old, for sure.
Right.
It's like me being 80 some years old. It's like, what?
Just like he's way too old to be that fat.
And you still got 2 books to write?
They're long ass books.
Step away from the buffet table, man. Get back on the fucking typewriter, you dick. No,
That shit is staying unfinished.
No, it's never gonna be finished.
That's
Somebody,
his-
somebody. Will
that's his
finish it.
legacy.
It just won't be
Somebody will
finished by
finish it
him.
like they did, like with Dune and that Wheel of Time series. Like they'll have to hire somebody else to finish it.
Has that new Dune movie come out yet?
No.
I wanted to so fucking bad.
That looks really
I'm
good.
afraid it's going to disappoint.
I feel like it's
got a lot
not
of good.
from the trailer.
Yeah.
The trailer looks
The trailer had shit in it that was in the book that is very disappointing that I didn't think would be able to, I don't know, translate
Translate.
to the screen. But that guy has done other sci-fi books and he's done them really well.
When does that come out? Do you know?
It was supposed to be this fall, but he's trying to push it back because
October 1st.
But he's trying to push it back because HBO's doing that thing where the movies come out for free on their program thing, and he doesn't want it to be like that. He wants it to be where you have to go to a theater to see it.
King
Gotcha.
Kong versus Godzilla.
And it's not the whole book.
Why
it's-
the hell do you need to watch that?
Because it's free right now.
It's not
on
bad.
HBO.
Mm.
So
Yeah, it's their free big movie of the month.
I'm not going to the theaters, which I love, and my movie theater is gone.
Why's your movie theater?
They
gone?
closed.
They closed. They sold
Yeah.
it to the mega church.
But you've got a projector. Make your own theater
I
to
know,
watch
but
it.
I mean, like me and Calvin used to go to the movies every week.
Yeah,
It
they
was
would go
nice.
once a week to go
Yeah.
see something.
Wow.
Yeah, it was our Sunday little thing we used to do. Yeah.
Well, in the theater, like over here, it was like $5 a person. You could
Yeah.
get popcorn and a Coke for another $5.
Like, I'd let him buy a kid's meal and things because it was like literally like $3 for a kid's meal.
But the
with popcorn, drink,
coronavirus
and,
shut them down.
Yeah.
And then they sold the building to a church.
That sucks.
A church that already has like 20 campuses.
Actually,
Yeah.
it was the same one you all have in your little town.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that theater still open over there?
It was.
It was when they
years
closed
ago.
this one.
Hmm.
Their statement said they were keeping that one open and
Yeah.
closing the one out here.
Was the church that bought it? Is it that same one that's over on the east side of the big
Yeah.
town?
Yeah,
that's
it's
north
Six
of
Flags
us?
over Jesus.
God damn, I hate that fucking church.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ones that sends out newspapers we have to deliver every
Dude,
week.
they fucking like force people to take adopted kids. Like, no fucking joke. It's some creepy ass shit going on up in that place.
I believe it.
Most organized religions are kind of got creepy shit going on, but
They have full-on concerts for their teens, for the
they
youth
they
groups,
had camels.
for their
Really
sessions.
They've
very
had
little actual
camels
difference between a
for
cult
like
and an
their
organized religion.
nativity thing.
Size.
Things.
Yeah.
That's how you define the difference.
Number of followers.
Under 150 members, it's a cult. Over 150 members, it's a church.
And whether or not they follow government regulations.
Yeah.
Second they piss off the government, they're a cult.
So I went to the movies last week for the first time in probably like a year. We saw that The Messenger.
Did you
movie.
sanitize your seat before you sat down?
I did not.
Should have taken
They,
your douche.
they
I mean, your
promised me
Lysol.
it had already been done, and then I watched a 10-minute video before the movie about how they have these machines that steam clean
Do
everything.
you
They
trust? Do
spray
you
in there
trust the stoner
before.
whose job it is to do that?
No, that's why I've had my second vaccine shot.
Oh yeah, you're immune now. You
Yeah,
fucking
he's good. He's
lick
got
all the
shots.
doorknobs you want.
So back for my birthday in December, Jason rented a movie theater. You know, we
Yeah.
went and saw a movie for my birthday.
You rented a movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can rent a movie theater?
You can
Yeah.
rent the whole theater.
Well, you can right now for sure.
I didn't
Yeah.
know you could
It's
do
like
They're
that.
begging you to
$100.
do that right now.
How much does that shit cost?
That cost us $150.
That's it.
You
Yeah.
can. You
That
can.
was-
They have.
that was for up to-
like older movies that you can
Yeah.
do for like $100.
And you choose your movie?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, they have
from a
a
list of
Oh,
what
yeah.
they've got
Yeah, yeah,
available.
yeah.
You can't.
No, it's-
Hell, I
it's
didn't know
whatever
you
they
could
have.
do that.
The
You could
newer
also
movies, I think,
rent it
cost
for.
more.
You could rent it for 2 hours and a half to play video games on too.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that's cool as shit. I didn't know that was a thing.
Calvin
Mhm.
wants to do that because he sees his YouTubers. They like each person in their family rented a theater and they played video games together.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I mean, that was like a Corona thing because
But do you have to like provide your own game console and everything? Or?
they have the game console. You have to bring the game.
Hmm.
But most of that
Well,
shit's
anyway,
probably already installed.
My whole thing was I still wiped down my seat when I sat down. We had the whole damn theater to ourselves.
Yeah, we rented the theater. It was $150. We saw Elf.
You could only choose.
That
Christmas
came with
movies back
no
then.
like popcorn or anything. You had to
I've
buy all
never
that
seen
separately.
Elf.
It's funny.
Yeah, we bought
Mm.
concessions. Yeah.
So you had to buy popcorn and all that, and then you had the theater for I think it was 40 minutes before and 20 minutes after.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think we could have up to what was it, like 15 people?
Something like
I
that.
thought it was 20.
It may have been 20.
15, 20,
We had
whatever.
nowhere near that, but
We
Yeah.
had like 7 people.
Yeah, we didn't have to worry about the people count getting a little too high.
Like one of Amy's friends called me and said, "Yeah, I'm not going. She's gonna freak out about this. You're making a bad decision. I am not gonna go and be a part of this. She is not gonna be happy to walk into a movie theater with a bunch of people." And I'm like, "It's people she's around all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna participate, dude."
I ain't getting stoned for this one, okay? I ain't having all that thrown at me.
I don't think it was a bad idea. I think it worked out
No,
alright.
I think it worked out well.
I mean, if
Nobody caught COVID
it wasn't
No.
crowded or anything,
that we
it
know
was,
of.
No, I don't think none of us got sick. It was around Christmas.
Yeah, it was like Beth, Nick, Avery,
My mom.
her mom, her, me.
Edith,
Calvin.
Calvin. Yeah,
Yeah, that was it.
Pretty much. Who was there?
Yeah, that was
it's
it.
pretty much the only people I've really spent a lot of time with throughout.
And there was
Did y'all
nobody.
have to sit every other seat
No,
They don't.
let-
so you
They-
could sit wherever?
sit
Yeah.
wherever you
Yeah,
want.
sent you in there and you do whatever. What I thought was really cool is I could just like get up and walk around during the movie. I could talk loudly.
Mhm.
The bad part is you got to clean up after yourself real good because they know it was you that did it. You can't blame it on anybody else.
Yeah, you can't blame it on the random couple next to you.
Yeah, it's definitely you that fucked up this theater. So you got to clean that shit up.
I mean, you're paying them a premium to rent the room.
Not really.
I
if
don't
you
mind them
think of
having to
it.
pick up their
if you
popcorn
think about, like,
bags that I
7
also paid a premium to buy.
But 7 people.
It'd be different if I brought in, Penn Station into the theater or something.
Like, I think it worked. What did we do the math on? Didn't it work out to be less than $20 a person?
Something like
Yeah,
that.
the reason I
pretty
stopped
cheap.
going to theaters was because of how fucking expensive it was to go see a movie. I mean,
Well, that's why we like that Keystone place, because you could go see a movie like $10 a person.
I think they're low.
Oh, well.
tag it, Jazz.
137.
I was already working on looking and seeing.
Yeah, because I mean, it was getting to the point where it costs you, $15 a person just to get into the fucking movie, and then you're looking at another 15 per person for fucking snacks.
Well,
But I
when we
mean,
went to
if
go
you
see,
can take 20 people for $100, that's $5
Fuck
a person.
yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. That
yeah,
one
when we
blew
went to
my
go see
mind.
Guardians of the Galaxy, we took Avery,
It was
my
the second
mom, Calvin, like all of us went. And like
I
the
got
guy told
popcorn and
Amy how
drinks.
much it was for the tickets and the popcorn and drinks.
We went to a very fancy theater.
Yeah, we did.
And
go to
she's like, no, really.
Because we had been joking in line about how expensive everything was, and then he told me that price, and I was like, okay.
So how
yeah.
expensive was it?
It was over $100.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
Yeah.
And I was like,
It was
Okay.
well over $100. I think it was like
Yeah.
165,
How the
something
fuck
like
do
that.
they justify that?
Well, it was
really
a
good
super,
movie.
super fancy theater.
Weekend it came out, a brand new movie, and
Yeah,
it was like
brand new.
not a matinee because
It
it
was
was
the
after
first
work.
non-matinee show that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Quite a few of us.
Quite a few of us, and yeah, that one stung.
I don't care. It was worth it.
It was a really good movie.
I had $150 worth of a good time. Whatever.
It was a really
I don't
good
care
movie.
about the rest of y'all.
I don't know. I got to the point where I'll just wait till it comes out on DVD if I really want it, and I'll buy it.
Yeah, but to be fair, like,
Jason doesn't let me buy DVDs anymore.
yeah, who would buy fucking DVDs anymore?
Russ.
Russ?
Apparently.
Why? Like, it's
Why
cheaper
not?
to buy this shit on Amazon. And then
I
you
can
link,
do that too.
But you link your movies anywhere account on Amazon, and you can
Yeah.
watch it everywhere.
Or I can spend $12 for it on DVD and get the digital copy also, and then
Yeah.
I've
Which
got
that's
physical
fine. That makes
copy
sense.
And a streaming copy.
That makes sense, but like, I no longer have room to store shit.
Oh, Calvin's
Yeah.
pissed. Netflix took all of the
Back to the Future.
Back to the Futures off, but they're on Amazon, thank God. So
Okay. I was gonna say, we'll just buy them on Amazon.
I know.
Whatever. I mean, I bought Ghostbusters and fucking the vacation movie, National Lampoon's Vacations, on there and everything else. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, Evil Dead's. I got all the Evil Dead's on there. Had to
Some
buy The
random stuff.
Office.
Hey, do you have the Primus pinball table?
Yes.
You
I don't have it set up, but I have the
Is it
table
any good?
downloaded. No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not a good one. And it may be the port they did. It's like too dark.
Sorry, that was a total gear shift. It popped into my brain.
The Metallica one's not any good either, which shocked me. What I want is the Iron Maiden, but I can't find a copy of the Iron Maiden table that Stern put out like 3 years ago. Because that's a
That's
good
weird.
table. Same thing with Deadpool. The Deadpool table's really good too. They put out 2 or 3 years ago. Can't find a copy of it. I don't know if nobody's cracked the ROMs on those yet or what.
Maybe eventually.
Well, they shut down one of the virtual pinball sites.
I
It's
know.
like gone
You told me about
from
that.
the internet. Doesn't
suck.
exist anymore.
Can
A
you
new
just
one will pop
buy
up.
them?
No, nobody sells
No.
those on
Oh.
VPX. It's a labor of love for people who do it. And there's like 20 people who are good at it. So one of the first things I do when I'm looking at tables, who made this? And if it's not a name I recognize, like, has anybody done a mod of this table that I know? Because then they fix all the shit that's wrong with the table.
Yeah.
There's one guy that, like, his whole thing is he takes like 50s and 60s tables and like puts a somewhat modern theme on them, and those tables are all super fun. He did a Night of the Living Dead table that looks like it was made in the 60s when that come out, with like modern lighting and stuff.
That
But the
looks really cool.
wood's all like cracked and like gross, where it's like been setting for 50 or 60 years.
Like the paint's chipping almost.
Yeah, he does a really good job of those.
It was really nice.
Anyway, pinball. It's what's important.
Of course
I
it
need
is.
to go play some pinball today.
Yeah, Jazz, I need you to send me those measurements I had you take. I think you sent them to Amber, but
I did. I'll
I-
send them to you
send
too.
them to me too.
I
Thank
got you.
Yeah, Russ is gonna help me with the cabinet.
The pond.
No, the cabinet. This is something I'm willing to do anything on.
Yeah.
Just gotta have the bottom open so I can get
And
my
then the
solenoids
pond.
in there. Yeah, the pond's way less important. I don't think you understand. Like, pawn before I die, pinball machine today.
Hey.
I did want to ask. So you were talking about putting solenoids in there to
Yeah.
give the haptic feedback.
Mhm.
Do I need to isolate the mounting bracket for the display so that it does not vibrate with the
No,
rest of the
because
case?
what I'm gonna wind up doing is taking like a 2x1 and mounting it on the cabinet with like Gorilla Glue or something to mount the solenoid, because it needs to be mounted on the sides of the cabinet
Okay.
to get the maximum effect.
Right, but do you want rubber isolation for the display so the display itself does not shake? Or at least to try and tone down the amount of jarring that the circuit boards inside your TV get?
I don't think it would affect it that much. Do you?
I don't know.
I think if it's mounted on the side of the cabinet.
I was just thinking I could, put a sheet of rubber in between the.
If you've
the
got it
wood.
laying around.
I'm sure I do.
This is Russ. Come on now.
What?
Wiggle your mouse.
He's got the pink whatever shit laying around.
Yeah.
That's a good
Well, it
point.
just kind of grows everywhere.
The creeping time.
That.
And miniature tomatoes.
I don't know. I don't know that anybody else has done a build where the like TV part's isolated to where it won't shake because of that.
Okay.
And I'm not going to put a shaker in it. At one point, I was thinking about doing a shaker, but I'm not going to do a shaker.
Okay.
I am going to do under the cabinet lighting and a wood knock for a free game, though.
That'll be fun.
That's the most important thing.
It is. It really is.
It is.
They're very expensive. They're like $60, but I think it's worth it.
Absolutely worth it. That's half the fun of the pinball machine.
I love that sound.
And the accelerometer, I'm going to have to put in it.
I don't like the knocking sounds. It's the only reason I can't play at night without waking Calvin up.
You can turn those off.
Can you turn those off too?
Yes.
Yes.
You can turn off the solenoids.
Okay, I didn't know that. I knew you could turn the sound down.
It doesn't feel the same.
No,
but
it
you
does
can.
not.
Anyway. All right. Well, that's about a show because we're
Yeah.
devolving into pinball now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all
What's
I can
wrong with
think
that?
About. Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Speaking of fucking
Jason and Amy
pinball,
are realizing
Solenoids.
that I'm
So-
still leader on both games upstairs now.
You know, y'all keep picking shitty games. Wait till we pick Bust a
Yeah,
Move.
hold on. We need an update on this. So
What?
last I left, the Mr. Do was the game.
I lost.
Yeah.
who won Burger Time?
Nobody yet.
Oh, that's
This
It's
still
open till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far, me.
I
What's
haven't
your
played
score?
it yet.
What was the next arcade
8,000
game?
something, 8,600.
Okay, so I've still got
Burger
got
Time was after
time.
much- No.
I've still got time to get a high
It's been
score and just
2
take a
weeks.
picture and send it.
There should have
Yeah,
been
write
another
it on the
Okay.
board upstairs.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because
so
you can do it
I
on
fucking-
yours.
I fucking came over here earlier this week
Yeah.
and wound up buying one of those
Yeah,
damn
he bought the Arcade
Arcade Legends machines.
He got on Sam's. While he was standing over, he got on Sam's to look at them. They were on sale for like 120 off. He's like, "Fuck it, I guess I'm buying it."
I love it. Amber's standing there.
Yeah.
Are we having this sent to our house, or are we going to pick this up?
and it wasn't supposed to be here till Monday, and it
That
fucking
is
showed
true.
up literally next day.
Nice.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I had to get one. Speaking of, we need to get that. Don't let me forget my hard drive.
I won't.
I won't.
Oh, your pinball machine's paid off.
Yep.
Cool.
Last payment came out. the
Cool.
other day.
So
Woohoo.
let's do another
We're sold
payment.
up.
Let's
Oh.
Guess it's time to
find
fill that
another one.
void with
Look,
another machine.
We'll do another payment when you get the right machine.
Did you do the Affirm?
Well, it was Sezzle or something. It was
Okay.
one of
Yeah.
those. Yeah.
Man, that shit just makes it so easy to buy really cool shit. It really does.
I mean,
I
4
don't know, it's my
payments of
Christmas present, I don't care.
$150 and
Yeah.
You're done.
I still want the Mars Attacks one.
Yes, very much so.
So where are we
And
gonna
the Star
put
Wars
it?
ones. I'll find a place. God damn it.
That TV that Jason doesn't have yet will go somewhere else when
Well,
we
I like
find
the
it.
shelf. The shelves are nice.
I'll find a place for it, dude.
Yeah.
Stop sweating me.
I can set my drink there now. And
Plus, those tables can go way closer together than what they are.
That's
They're
true.
kind of spaced out a little bit, just
Well,
because I don't have shit there.
And especially when we have a cabinet for the other table
yeah,
that's
yeah,
an actual
you'll
table.
be able to get.
It'll
rid-
be
Yeah.
better.
Well, just get me those measurements and
So
I'll start working on that.
one
this
thing
week.
I was thinking about is how hard would it be to take a keyboard tray to slide out from underneath?
Oh, that's outrageously difficult. Oh my god, that's so hard.
Okay.
Our keyboard tray.
I love the eye rolls that go
keyboard
with
tray
it.
at work is a piece of shit. I think it just falls down all the time. I wouldn't trust one.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason.
It might stab you in the back one day.
Jason, that's literally a matter of getting like drawer runners and mounting them and then mounting a piece of wood to it. It's
Yeah, I just thought instead of like
easiest
having.
Do you want it to be soft close?
No.
Okay.
Well, I was just thinking instead of having a wireless keyboard, that I was gonna like one of those little tiny like handheld.
Like that one?
Yeah, like that one. Instead of having that, it would be nice to have a keyboard tray that I could just pull out if I was doing, like, setting up a new table, so I could actually have a full size keyboard to type on
Yeah,
instead of.
we can definitely add that into the design. No worries.
All right.
No, Russ, when you make the keyboard design, we make it have little like shanks at the end of it, so when it comes out, Amy is right that it might attack him.
Well, we can put one of those.
Let's not do that because it's going to be at nut level. So let's not.
So we can do one of those pop open knife things, and I'll just tape it to the bottom of it.
Okay, there you go.
No. Again,
A
it's
little
going to be
secret shank.
And if he slides it open too fast, it'll shake him in the junk.
No, it's going to be a bathing suit area level.
You should set it up so that you have to input a secret code when you start the machine, otherwise you get stabbed.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's how you prevent other people from using it.
It's okay. I'll change the code like every 3
Pinball
days.
machines are free use. All right, guys. So appreciate you joining us. We're gonna shut her down. We'll see you next week on the show. Until then, I forgot the music. I always forget the fucking closing music. God damn it! Motherfuckers.
Hilarious.
Can't take you anywhere. Bye, Calejandros.
Bye.
Bye, Jamie.
I gotta turn the music up now. All right. So that's it. See you next week.
Later.
Until then, do the thing.
Hit it.
Hit it.